No, I don't want to do this. I'm not interested in hearing you.
I thought we were done.
I was done. I'm down at the control and doing my thing, and I hear Gary blabbing about it more, so I have to say something. Gary, you're the executive producer. Your job is to deal with Howard and listen to what Howard's doing and deal with the show.
And you're the director. You miss
fell
a minute.
asleep. All I've done is given what has been, proven to me through 17 years of this show. If you have a tape like that, you give it. And
so, if hold on a second. Hold on. If
Doug
falls asleep during the show, will you turn the camera around on him and give it to Howard? Never. You guys are like the fucking blue wall of silence. You're all about each other.
You fell asleep. All I might have done is done something on a personal thing, look at a website or even work on a website.
Dude, I've
for 2
seen
minutes.
you fucking design the website for the goddamn video cast.
Yeah.
Now it's out. Now it's fucking out. I have walked in and watched you designing the fucking website for the video cast.
How long does that take?
What does it matter?
I can
you want to go
certainly learn
toe-to-toe?
2 things.
What I did was bad, or what you do is bad.
I also
it is.
I do a lot of the graphics on a show, so one could make the leap that says I'm learning from my craft.
One moron could make that leap.
Would you have turned in that tape if it was Will? If Will was caught sleeping?
I would have fought harder not to.
Or would you have told? Would you
should fight harder for me?
Would you have given Will a heads up on it? Like, would you have done something else besides?
Probably something like that. Yeah.
Then that means, you know what, Scott? That does tell me that it's about me.
You do have. I've seen footage of stuff that Gary's done before that you've decided not to air that has been in his office.
Like what?
Well, a couple games of solitaire every once in a while.
Well, that's not.
I don't know that.
That's not true because I could tell you. The only reason I know that's not true is because they can't get that from that camera.
Scott's lying.
That camera's not on my.
What? Do you know something, Jason?
I know something. I've seen it.
What?
What?
Wait,
I know.
everyone here is like beating around the bush. What
I
are you
won't
guys
beat around
talking?
the bush.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah,
Jason, what are you talking about?
Everyone's shaking their head no, so all right, fine. I won't say it, but Scott or somebody back there
Listen, I have
has a
nothing to
montage
do.
of Gary doing some things in his office. I'll leave it at that.
If you know that there's something out there, which you clearly do,
Well, wait a
because you
minute.
can't stop laughing.
Then
you
isn't
should-
he responsible?
No,
Will knew that.
no.
Will's the first. Will's the one telling you
You
about
are the
it.
lowest
He's the
form
only
of
one who
fucking
said
human.
he saw something.
You're so
and yet
low.
I'm the guy.
You're so
How
disgusting.
is it towards me?
You're a lowlife.
We said
You're the lowest of the low. You really are. How could you have no integrity? You're soulless.
I don't even know what we're talking about right
I know
now.
what we're talking about. You're fucking
What?
soulless.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know
Well,
what it is,
then?
but it wouldn't matter. If I'm picking my nose, cutting my nails, it doesn't matter what the fuck I'm doing because you're a soulless shit that would let people spread it around.
Well, a lot of fireworks. I was getting emails from Gary. I was getting emails from Scott Depace. It's just blowing up out of proportion, and I got to now deal with it.
What?
Well, it's just blowing up out of proportion. People's feelings are getting hurt.
So, blood is being let now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, forget it. But I've been brought into it. Burson, you're on the air in Alberta, Canada. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I believe this man is calling live from the Gulf of Mexico. You can hear the waves behind him.
He's
He is
trying to
cleaning.
get the oil out of the water.
He is cleaning a pelican as we speak.
Well, I think he's working that vacuum that
Kevin Costner
Kevin
developed.
Costner developed.
Absolutely, Rob. I wasn't allowed to say it, but now that you've blown the lid off it, the noise you hear is the actual vacuum that Kevin Costner's brother developed, and he is now pumping oil out of the Gulf as we
Thank
speak.
you.
Yes, Person. How's the vacuuming going?
Oh, it's great. Sorry about the phone, first off.
Yes.
I love the show, and the best of the week shouldn't be your guys' show. It should be the wrap-up show, because that is the most amazing thing happening right now, because even Will, I congratulate Will for bringing it back to a head, bringing up some infamous tape that's out there, and that should be...
Yeah, well, that's what Gary called me about, and I can't blame him for being upset. You know...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He can be upset all he wants. It's impossible to do his job and keep private things private when he's got a camera on him and that he doesn't know that people are taping. And
Yeah, no, it's good radio. All right, Burson, thank you.
Yep.
That's Burson driving truck up in Alberta, but, you know, the connection not so great.
No.
Anyway, let me tackle one topic at a time. I'm all over the place. Yeah, the wrap-up show has gotten very heated up, and I don't even know how to resolve it at this point, other than I said to Gary, enough then, so change the topic. If you guys keep talking and going over it and over and over it.
But new details keep coming
Well,
out.
that's right. That's right. They do.
More offenses or betrayals.
You don't even know. So I get an email from Scott Depace, who's now upset.
He's upset.
During the wrap-up show yesterday, now I understand. I didn't even know what Scott was really telling me. He sent me a picture of the radio while they were discussing it. Scott goes, Jason put up a poll whether or not Scott sucks.
Oh.
Now, I didn't know what he meant by a poll. I thought he meant...
That's not it at all.
Yeah, what is it? I don't even know what you were complaining about.
The PDT is what on your radio it says.
Yeah, but you say someone took a poll.
Well, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
But that's what you wrote me.
No, what I said was, shouldn't it be up to the audience to decide whether I suck or not? Jason wrote up Depace sucks as the PDT.
Oh.
Yes, okay, all right, now I understand. Now I'm starting. I didn't listen. I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
And Howard, that was during the regular show, not during the wrap-up show.
Right.
And now they're telling me to replay.
Okay. Well, I happen to agree with Scott that, to put up Depace sucks is an editorial comment from... Did you put a question mark next to Depace sucks, or did you...
No, but it also wasn't an editorial comment. I mean,
it seemed editorial.
First of all, the thing was Depace sucks while Gary sleeps. And it was just, I went back and reread that section of the log, and the whole crust of the conversation was everyone in the studio telling Depace that he sucked. So that's how I put it up.
Oh,
I mean, I've been doing this for 4.5 years. No one's complained once, and Tim signs off on all of this.
Well, my wife sees it on the radio. She says, "What is this that you suck?" And I go, "You know what? That's right. What the hell is that?"
Well, if you had called me, I could have explained it to you.
Sleeping, not about me sucking. What the?
That was the crux of the conversation. It was not editorial.
But I know you and Scott don't get along, and you always tweak them. It seemed like it was an editorial comment. I mean,
if it was, I'd love tweaking Scott. I mean, I'd pat myself on the back. Originally, I wrote Scott.
Put that on your show, Jason, not on Howard.
I originally wrote Depace is a moron. Gary sleeps, and I thought that was too harsh, so I changed it to sucks. I sent again. Everybody signs off on this. I don't just put up the PDT without running it by Tim and other people here. And
all right, well, it did come off in a wrong way because it seems like because you guys have had your thing, and then it seemed like you were saying Depace sucks.
Oh, well, it was
as the guy who editorializes.
I only say Depace sucks on the air,
right? But you said it on the PDT. So anyway,
it wasn't coming from me personally, but okay, I see what you're saying.
Right,
I see what Scott's saying.
Got it. So anyway, I get that email last night. So I said, I wrote back to Scott, well, that does seem like you're right. It shouldn't say Depace sucks. I'll talk to Gary and Tim about it and find out. I don't even know how. I didn't even know who did what. I didn't know the PDT. I thought he meant on the website they were taking a poll. I don't know what he meant.
Right. But he's throwing it up to a poll. Okay?
Right. It seemed to me that he was correct, Scott. He's having an argument with Gary, and Jason to write Depace sucks or Scott sucks
doesn't describe the action.
Right. It's more of a comment. So anyway, I was dealing with that, and I said, I'll have to find out and get to the bottom of this. I don't... And then Gary wrote me back and just said he was more furious with Scott than ever, and he could give a shit what they write on the PDT about Scott.
He didn't even care about it.
He did. Tim never wrote me back. I just heard from Gary.
Tim's keeping his head down.
So I went, oh, well, I don't have an ally there. I mean, I'm trying to straighten this thing out.
Nobody's helping you there.
Nobody's helping me there. So his point of view was that evidently Scott, this camera that they had on Gary, has been something that has been ongoing for years, And it might be Scott Depace then had to go on the wrap-up show. He told me he wasn't going on the wrap-up show anymore. Next thing I know, he's in there.
He can't stay out of there.
No, he's his own worst enemy. Well, he does.
I can't sit back and let them talk about me like that.
You like it.
It's so frustrating to hear them saying this crap that's just not true.
Well, you told me you weren't going in there.
And I hate it. I hate that I do, but I can't sit back.
Well, anyway, so he can't sit back. Next thing I know, he's in there. And the two of them are going at it again. And then Depace, in another brilliant move, tells Gary that they've had a reel of stuff about Gary, and they've witnessed many private moments of Gary's, and that they all sit and look at it.
They talked about private moments that they've witnessed. And again, when he was saying it on the air yesterday, I'm thinking to myself, my God, any human would have turned off the camera because that's not for you guys to see, and the camera shouldn't be in there. And instead, they're sitting there and watching stuff that they know they shouldn't be looking at.
Why did you admit that?
Can I explain this?
Why did you admit that?
I'll tell you what happened.
You got caught up again.
I'll tell you what happened.
I heard what happened.
No, well, you just got it wrong, what you said.
I just listened to it.
There is no reel that I know of that I've ever seen in my life. On the life of my kids.
But Scott, what about the stuff where you talked about how our agent came in? And
exactly. Now let me get to that, Gary. Okay, first of all, I want to point out to everyone there is no audio in that room. We have no audio. So all it is a camera talking. That's first of all. Second of all, the live camera's on all the time.
Right.
I have a monitor as well as monitors for all the cameras in here.
Right.
Now, on that particular day, your agent had went into Gary's office. I saw that. Someone else pointed it out as well. I said, you know what, guys, we can't be looking at that. And I shut the monitor off.
Right.
And that was that. So all in all, I saw Don was here in the building. That was it.
Right.
And I could have saw that if I saw him in the hall.
But you saw him in my office, and why would you bring that up to hold over my head yesterday?
I did not bring it up to... Hold on.
Scott said, hey, Gary, I've seen a lot of things that I haven't talked about on the air.
No, that's not what I was talking about.
That's what you did say. I just listened to the clip.
What I was talking about is Doug said that he didn't know that this deal existed between Gary and I, and I'm saying that's bullshit. And I was using that as an example to show how Doug said we can't, look at that or whatever.
So anyway, this thing is going on and on and on. So I said to Gary this morning, why don't you just drop the topic? It's enough already. And he said, no, he recognizes that. I don't know. What did you say? I don't even remember what you said.
You can't just drop the topic because it looks bad to the audience. I can talk. Listen, it's not talking about it that's bothering me. It's the fact that it happened. And so it'll just die the way, it'll just go its natural death. For us to just stop talking about it wouldn't be the way we do the show.
But well, Gary, so that you know, man, I never had anything to do with making a display of your camera. I never showed anyone anything. I don't have anything to do with this. And for you to put the anger at me is just bullshit. It's a live camera. There's a monitor in front of me. For me not to have seen it, what do you want me to do? Somehow put a block in my eye that shows that monitor?
You didn't mention yesterday that you shut it off. That's a new wrinkle that you slept on.
Fine. Whatever, man. It's the truth. So,
I don't know what's the truth from you anymore. That's the truth for me.
Of course, for me, but everyone else, the truth is exactly like it is, right? You trust everyone but me. You've got misplaced anger is what you have.
Thanks to you, you've managed to take your good friend Doug Goodstein down with you, because, I'm mad at him now, too, but you worked really hard to get there. So
what did Will do? How about Will bringing it up yesterday? Why would Will bring that up? Will brought this whole other thing up.
I can't deal with you because you're not a responsible person. You don't,
yeah. Because I'm not going to take the whole ship. I'm not going to... Dude, it's not me.
You won't take... Of course, nothing. You won't take any portion of it. Don't pull me into an office ever again, you piece of shit.
Yeah. I don't want to be in an office with you, you piece of shit.
You pull me in and you go...
To try to make up for this stuff.
No, all you wanted to do was, again, explain to me how it's not your fault. My anger's misdirected. Could I please forgive you so you can feel better about yourself?
From day one, Gary, I've accepted my piece of this. And that's it. I'm not accepting all of it, which you want me to do.
Let's do an audience poll and see if they think you've accepted it.
Dude, all the polls that I've seen, by the way, are on my side. So, whatever. Take a poll, whatever you want.
What polls? audience?
There's a couple that I've been informed of on Sternfan Network that are on my side. Whatever, man.
There is a CNN poll going on. Wolf Blitzer. Yeah, Wolf Blitzer took one last night. I saw that. Well, look. Anyway,
the camera's gone. If
It's
Gary
gone
would
you know
accept,
what? Here's the deal. It's gone forever now. So don't bother with the box.
Okay.
There's no obligation on my end to have you have a camera on me.
okay, sure.
That was
saves us $1,500.
what $1,500?
I was gonna have to buy a box. And by the way, there is no box here. It's gone. It's missing.
I don't even know what anyone's saying.
I don't either.
There's a device that will allow, when Gary hits his mic to you, it would trigger his camera so that we then could see it for a certain amount of time. And that device was made, wasn't ever hooked up. That's why this whole problem happened.
Yeah, well,
and now
I mean,
that
that's
Gary
easy to hook up, and that's what you should have on.
Yeah, well, we need to buy a box, and
so buy the box.
And that's what you should have done 4 years ago.
That's right. And I told Gary, you shouldn't allow that. If he had come to me, I would have said, they can buy a box and do it the right way. You shouldn't have a camera on you 24 hours a day. I wouldn't allow that on me. I mean, I go in my office, you should see what I'm doing in there. Picking my ass, picking my nose, sleeping. I sleep nonstop back there. I put in an hour yesterday of work back there, sleeping.
But there could easily be a tape of everything that goes on in here because these cameras are never off.
By the way, Gary, a lot of the interns are very loud lately when I'm sleeping.
Oh, really?
Yeah. With a lot of giggling.
I'll make a note of that.
A lot of laughing women back there. First, I thought it was you laughing because you usually have a loud laugh.
I wasn't
but
back
it wasn't you. I was coming out and looking for you, and then I saw you weren't there. It wasn't you. I said, I said to JD, who is that laughing? Who is doing Robin's laugh?
Oh.
And JD said, no, it's some of the girls are having fun. So no fun around here.
That's right. Let's put a stop to that.
Right. No more fun. When I leave, there should be fun. It's just I'm very sensitive about a woman's laugh. Whenever I hear a woman's laugh, I assume they're laughing at me. All right? It triggers something.
Reminds you.
Reminds me of my earlier days.
Your adolescence.
Yeah. I left here yesterday. That was going on. And when I got a note from Scott, and he wants the PDT fixed.
Look, it was just something my wife called me and said, what is this on here? You suck. And I go, I have no idea. And I turned my radio on.
So I said to Gary, what's
on.
going on with it? He didn't want it. He was happy.
Yeah. Well, that's why. And Howard, normally I wouldn't have even went to you, but I realized he wasn't going to be my friend in this, so I had to just.
No way. Forget it, friend.
Let's be honest. I didn't say anything about the PDT.
No, you didn't.
I just said, I'm so furious. I didn't say good or bad or otherwise.
That's true. That is right. I just knew Gary was the wrong guy to discuss it with.
Well, what did we do about this? Now, I mean, I guess it has to work itself out because these two are angry with each other.
I'm not mad with Gary.
Hold it. I was talking to Howard.
Sorry, Robin. The last thing I wanted someone else to not like me now.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to do.
We won't be able to see Gary anymore when we're talking to him.
No, we'll see Gary, but he's got to put the box in.
No, he said he doesn't want a box.
Oh, you don't want a box, Gary?
I don't think so, Howard. I mean, unless you say you really need it.
I don't see how you're going to do the TV show if I can't see Gary. In other words, then he's got to walk in here each time?
I want to have the ability to turn it on and shut it off.
Well, that's the box.
And shut it off as well.
Oh. But you don't want that, because what if you forget to shut it off, and then we're back in the same boat?
Or forget to turn it on.
That's right. That's why a timer always worked well.
You want an automatic turn off.
We had a 5-minute timer.
Let's make it a 3-minute timer. Okay?
Whatever you want, Gary.
Well, why don't you just make it like a 10-second timer after he hits the button off?
A lot of times, if he's not talking to you and you're still talking about him, I want to see him.
So, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2-minute timer.
Okay, that'll be restrictive.
Why don't you just make a box that if he takes a nap, it automatically shuts off?
Best solution.
A nap switch.
Yeah.
Napster.
And, I think also Gary's upset that people's perception might be that he sleeps back there all the time. He fell asleep one time in 40 years.
Right.
It's not.
I've never seen that, and that's another thing too.
That's right. Actually, you can come to his aid on this. Have you ever seen another instance where
I don't know that there's even another example of something that I've seen. I've never even seen him pick his nose, so I don't know why. This is, I mean, you know, Gary.
Because he feels people's perception of him will be that he's a guy who sleeps at work.
I feel like he has done some stuff that we've missed.
Here's what I say.
Well, go back and check the tapes.
We don't tape it.
The secret tapes that you have that you don't have.
Listen, my skin is very thick. I throw the first pitch. Everybody makes fun of me. I take it. You want to make fun of my teeth? I take it. But you went directly at my work ethic and my job, which is more important to me than anything. And you consciously went after it, and then you said you were willing to take the hit, and now you're not willing to take the hit.
No, I've always been willing to take my part of the hit. Yep. And by the way, I'd also like to point out that work ethic exactly is what angered me about a lot of the arguments that happened here, and you had no problem with that. So that is what I was saying about you.
Wait a second. You see, that's where you screw up.
But I don't.
Listen, you had a camera on the guy. You were part of a pact that you made with Gary. Accept it and leave it alone. No, you go. Around here, everybody makes fun of my work ethic.
He just made a comment that because I attacked his work ethic, that's why it hurts.
You didn't attack his work ethic. You took a tape and you taped a camera.
I didn't, by the way. But go ahead.
All right, but you guys, and you were part of this pact. You understand why he's upset.
Yeah, and I've said that.
Somebody you could criticize his work ethic all day, but then you had tape to back it up. That's what he's upset about.
Okay.
You understand?
No.
And you made a pact with him that camera would never be recorded, that you would never use it against him.
Unless he was on the air.
Right. So he's upset.
I get that part.
And when you start fucking saying it's Goodstein and this one, he knows that. But he just wants
Apparently he doesn't, because
he does know it. But you're so irritating because you can't just say, yeah, I had something to do with this. I'm fucking wrong.
I said from day one that I had something to do with this. I never denied saying that.
When you deny, you always say but. And the but is what gets you in trouble. But it's everyone else, and but it's but. Just shut up and just say, yeah, I did this.
Yeah.
I did it. I accept my responsibility in this. You came to me with the tape with Doug Goodstein. I said, okay.
Oh, Howard, come on.
I'll do,
that's sort of disingenuous.
That's not disingenuous. That's exactly what happened. You guys
he's
going to
be angry at you, the star of the show.
He is angry with me.
Oh, come on.
And he has every right to be.
Yeah. I'm sure
I did the wrong thing.
I'm sure you got a scathing email.
No, I did the wrong thing. I went to Gary immediately. I said, I did the wrong thing. When I heard there was a tape of you sleeping, I made a judgment that you wouldn't care and that it was funny for the show and it was good. But
and
when
I made that same judgment.
That's right. So don't every time you say to Gary...
And Doug made that same judgment.
And Doug went in and said, I did the wrong thing. I'm sorry. He didn't say, it was really Scott Depace. It was really Howard.
All of us did the wrong thing.
You're the only one who can't man up.
No, that's bullcrap.
You're the only one, Scott.
I'm back in the control room. Gary didn't so much as look at Doug. He goes right to me.
No.
And that's misdirected.
I did go right to Scott because, once again, you came to me to ask my permission, and I had the conversation with you, so I felt that you and I had the pact. Whether Doug is part of it, and I realize he was now, it was about you and me.
And after I cleared it up...
It's not cleared up because you should have stopped it. Because you should have said,
whatever,
you know what, I fucking gave Gary my word.
All right, hey, Gary, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. No buts. That's it.
I got to tell you.
Now don't accept it. That's that.
The whole day yesterday, I kept thinking, I kept wondering where the term blockhead comes from.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought of you because talking to you was like talking to a block.
Oh, a big cinder block? Is that it?
It is, like trying to explain something. Like talking to a cinder block.
Do I have to take all this shit?
The only thing I would get less.
How he feels.
How I feel is that I'm not going to take all the blame for this. Why is that wrong?
You're not taking all the blame.
I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
Now you're into an area that is beyond what the original argument was.
You guys,
should have. This is how I would have handled it if I was you. I'll give you a life lesson, Gary. I made a pact with you. I broke it. I was wrong. I did the wrong thing.
Said that to him.
Not Howard, not Doug.
I did, right in your office, right after the segment happened. Right in your office.
What's the PDD say right now, that PDT?
Depace sucks, probably.
It says blockhead.
Depace is a blockhead.
So Scott's a cinder block.
You said some of those things, not all of those things, and then you went on to talk about how, again, it was everybody else's fault.
I wanted to clarify the situation.
Stop clarifying.
Which I wasn't able to do on the air
Scott,
because you guys were all attacking
clarifying.
me. Well, that's the guy I am. I'm not going to take the blame for someone else's
You're not
thing.
taking all the blame.
Yeah, I am.
Take blame for your part in it and be done.
And I've done that.
Stop whining about John Hine, Will.
Oh, that was more. That was more sort of a joke.
No, it's not.
No,
Yeah,
it's not. That's how you act.
Yeah, it was.
And by the way,
why don't we just all agree to hate each other and then move on with the show?
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
In all of this going on and on and on, it should have been over the first day. I'd be mad. I'd already be done being mad. In all of this clarifying and re-clarifying, here's some of the things I found out. They've been watching me on this camera all the time, even when they don't need it.
Not exactly true.
I find out that he would never do this to Will because he just likes Will better. So
not exactly true. No,
That's what you did say. I heard the tape.
See, again, what I said is that Will and I are closer friends. So I, as a friend, would put up more of a fight than I would for Gary. That's absolutely the truth.
You are so retarded. Why are you doing this?
I speak the truth.
You're
That's
sticking
why
a knife
the
into
question
the
was
fucking
asked to
guy.
me. I don't fucking care. A question was asked
So
to me.
you're saying Gary doesn't matter to you?
No, I on a scale
Scott,
of 1 to 10,
you're
I put up a
self-destructing.
fight. I put up a fight, but not that.
Have you ever been in a deposition?
No.
You would be the worst. A lawyer
'Cause
would
I-
have to just say we lost the case.
It's like I speak truth serum. I tell the truth.
No,
I don't care.
You just keep
If he
going
was a witness
deeper
for the
and deeper.
prosecution, the defendant would go free.
You know what you're like in a deposition. They tell you answer yes or no.
Yeah.
You
can't
were
do
like
that.
you had a question had
was
nothing to
asked
do with
to me.
Will, and all of a sudden now you're defending Will
a
and saying Will's
direct
a better
question was
friend.
asked to me on the wrap-up show. If it were Will, would you have defended him more?
And you say
I said yes.
treat everyone equally.
Well, that's not truth.
It's
That's not the truth.
You would be kinder to Will than Gary.
Will is one of my closest friends here. Yeah.
And so you got Will's back, but not Gary's.
I have both of their backs. I raised
listen,
an argument with
you've gotta
Doug,
stop talking.
but not as much. Is all I'm saying.
You gotta stop talking.
I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and be a pussy and not fucking tell you the truth.
It's not that true. You're going into areas you don't even have to go into.
I was asked a question.
Pussy.
I answered it. That's it.
Wow. I keep trying to dig you out of this hole, and I can't get you out.
Keep pulling sand back in.
It's impossible to help you. You're beyond help.
Have you ever heard of the term that, sometimes something
That's what
need
Robin calls
not
me an idiot
be
now.
said if it's going to hurt people more? You didn't have to disclose that.
That's what I mean. You went
This
there.
is what, people are saying this to you because you're hurting
Howard
people.
has taught me that
No, I haven't taught you a thing.
Scott, you don't see that by giving that answer that you would back up Will before you back up Gary doesn't hurt your argument somewhat?
Absolutely.
Doesn't it show that you have a natural bias?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what does that mean to you?
Everything
means
he
maybe.
said practically
It's
says
the
he has
truth.
problems with Gary.
All right, listen to me. Listen to me.
And Gary would do the same. I guarantee
Say
you.
what?
If it were the opposite, Gary would defend, say, Jason before he would defend me.
No, Gary would have never broken his pact with you.
Oh, shit. God, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
Everybody breaks pacts around here.
Gary probably would have.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm wrong.
He would have been both. There's some great tape
And
of
just
Scott in the
like,
face.
just like you would protect Robin before you would protect me. It's obvious.
Listen, if I make a pact with Robin or I make a pact with the lowest roach on the planet, I stick to it. That's one thing I do. Now, am I glad I saw the tape of Gary sleeping?
So
I have to admit I am.
So yesterday,
And you knew that he had a pact with others.
I
But he
didn't
didn't
know.
have a pact with you.
Right, that's right.
Back in
but
his-
I'm still wrong.
That's
and I
right.
accept
Because
full responsibility.
You accepted the stolen goods, is what
I
you
did.
did.
I am wrong. I'm guilty as charged, and Gary has every right to be angry with me. I accept full responsibility.
Ditto.
When the tape was brought, no, don't ditto. When the tape was brought to me, I did the wrong thing. That's it. I have no other statement. Not whether Depace or Goodstein or anyone.
Here's my statement.
All right, let's hear it now. After 5 days of this, let's hear your
Gary,
statement.
I apologize to you for breaking my word.
Right.
I also apologize to you for not defending you more when Doug wanted to bring the tape to Howard.
Here you go again. Forget Doug.
And then I apologized to you for agreeing to come in here and talk to Howard
listen,
about
you're the worst at this. Stop. Jason, put up Scott Sucks on the PDT.
See, now that's fine because you said it. You can put that up.
Gladly.
All right, look. I don't know what to do about any of this.
I don't know either.
Well, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. This has been going on for 5 days now. How many days is this going on, by the way?
Thursday.
Since Thursday of last week. So we've almost gone a week on this topic. Wow.
Gary is thin-skinned, right?
Gary is thin-skinned? See, you got to dig in on Gary.
He's always got to take a shot.
Yeah.
Gary is the thickest-skinned person around here.
Absolutely.
He is. He's been called an ape.
The breath, the teeth.
The gums.
Oh, my God.
Hair.
The hair.
The masks he has to wear during the Sibian rides.
Yeah.
Techno Beaver.
Well, that's good.
This is almost longer than the 6-Day War, this entire thing.
Yeah. And what do we get out of it?
I mean, you think about the Jews and the Arabs can come to a conclusion quicker.
In 6 days, yeah.
Right. I think Gary's so upset he buzzed out of the whole conversation. Right, Gary?
Yeah, now I got to listen to Depace in the hallway, laugh and snicker and talk to the camera, and it's just more fucking annoyance.
Is that what he's doing?
He's out there, he's like, hey, listen, I went and gave my opinion. They can't take blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it sickens me. It really does. It makes me fucking ill.
Right.
I was doing a stupid interview. What happened?
No, it's just Gary's saying like he just gave up because like now you're out in the hall laughing and giving your opinions.
There's nothing sincere about you, is what he's saying.
Yeah, it's hard for him to sit and listen.
I was
to you.
laughing because Ronnie disturbed us in the middle of the interview. Said, "Why are you going to do it in the middle of the hall?" He got all pissed off at that.
Why is he directing traffic out there?
Yeah,
I want you to be interviewed.
Yeah, exactly. He couldn't get by. Apparently, there was 3 of us.
He can't get by.
In a like a big turn in the hallway.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Sorry, Gary.
No, he's gone. He's had it with you.
Enough of your apology.
I mean, because Howard beat you publicly. I mean,
I've learned from my ways.
But again, Scott, you realize that nothing you said you really meant earlier. It's just that Howard embarrassed you on the air to saying it because you still haven't come to, you still don't really believe what you said.
Gary, I've apologized to you 3 times. You haven't accepted it. So what more can I do?
Hey, Gary, how bad is this right now? Like, let's say, like on a scale of angry, I've never seen you this angry. On a scale of 1 to 10, are you a 10 right now at him?
11.
An 11. All right, let me ask you this.
I gotta tell you, last night my wife and I were talking. My wife was like, "You should go to fucking Human Resources. They're spying on you." Like, it's just, I really feel like they're fucking watching me.
Hey, Gary.
Dude, it was a camera that you left on. What am I to do?
Well, I didn't leave it on. I gave you.
But you knew it was there. It's not a hidden camera. That would be a human reresources issue.
I got it. And listen, she's wrong, but she's as mad as I am. And
Hey, Gary, going to Human Resources is kind of girly.
Wouldn't say I would do that. I was just saying.
I know, but I mean,
well, his wife was just speaking.
Human Resources set up because guys like pinch women's ass at work and to make sexual comments. That's what that's for.
First of all,
or they put the camera in a ladies' room.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, Mary's girly, so you can't blame her.
Mary's a girl.
Yeah, Mary's such a girl.
She should man up.
Man up. Grow a set of balls.
It's also a little girly to write letters to Howard after your wife sees the PDT.
That's true too.
Look, hey, no, it's not. If I hear Jason doing a show that's not his show to do, then that pisses me off.
All right, hey guys, Gary, I'm trying to understand the level of like annoyance. Are you at the point that if you like had a party at your house and you invited everyone from the show, would you leave him out?
Absolutely, but he wouldn't come, which works perfectly.
Right. So you wouldn't invite him though.
Absolutely not.
I'll tell you what, if you invited me, I would come.
All right, can I ask you something?
I'm not as mad at you as you are.
If you saw Scott Depace choking on something, would you deliver the Heimlich or would you tell him to fuck himself?
I would deliver the Heimlich.
You would?
Oh, so he's not going to die.
Yeah, who wants his death on my fucking conscience?
All right, let me ask you this. If there was a death in Scott's family, would you go to the funeral?
I think
Give me the relative.
I think only if it's Scott.
All right, his wife.
I like her.
Okay, but would you go there to comfort him?
Scott's going to be there, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Scott is. He'll probably be playing golf.
Yeah, it depends.
You're going to give me a hug?
Those kids, they're all right. They're with their grandmother.
So I'm there crying. Are you going to hug me?
I'll shake your hand. I wouldn't hug you anyway. You wouldn't appreciate a hug. You'd think it's gay. So I'd shake your hand.
Let me ask you, here's a question for you. If you have a party, is Doug Goodstein invited?
Probably.
Jesus.
And the other thing,
went
Howard,
wrong
I'll tell
here?
you the weirdest thing. So Scott and I go to the same garage. So yesterday I was like a little bit mad yesterday, and I saw him, and he's like, do you want me to walk to the side of the street? And I sort of did want him to, but I was like, all right, I'll be, let me see if I can't get past this. But this morning when I drove in, I was like, if I see him, I'm just walking across the street. I won't walk to work with him.
Can I ask you one more time now? What changed from today? It was the Don Buchwald thing?
Yeah, bringing that up and basically, in essence, throwing it in my face.
I don't get that.
Like you did me some big favor by not talking about a private meeting you shouldn't have been watching anyway.
And I, by the way, I didn't watch it and couldn't hear it, so I don't know what.
I get it, but you tried to explain how you're a good guy because there's other things that you've seen that you haven't talked about. So look at what a good guy.
No, see again.
All that tells me is
I don't know I don't know how you got that from what I was
Because I
saying.
heard the tape. You did say that.
I was answering a question that Doug had that he didn't know that there was such a deal. So anyway, and
So
Will should have never brought that up. Are you mad at Will for bringing it up? Because Will, in a sense, brought all that up, right?
I'm absolutely not mad at Will. You opened the door to all of this.
You're unbelievable.
No, you opened the door to all of this, and then the other thing, again. The whole thing about like, well, I would never do that to Will. He's my friend, which is basically saying you're not my friend.
That's stronger than how I put it. I said
it's the same.
I defended.
Conclusion.
I told Doug, let's not do it.
So why go to his wife's funeral then?
Because I like her.
Yeah, but she's dead.
She's
dead.
It's only about Scott's
What about my
Scott
funeral?
isn't around.
What about my funeral?
Would you go to Scott's funeral?
Oh, you kidding? Tap dance on the coffin.
He'd be singing karaoke.
You would go to tap dance.
Wow. And you guys think this is all rational?
Yeah.
You're encouraging.
No. I get what he's saying. You don't really get it. You're just not seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Too dumb. You better
No,
take
it's not
that
dumb.
back.
It's an emotional thing. Like you're very well guarded. Like you're like kind of defensive, and you're not getting what he's saying. He's not listening to you to hear about what Doug did or what I did or what anyone else did.
You're not validating anything that he's saying.
Yeah,
Even saying he should be angry at Will.
Yeah, I mean,
who is your friend.
You're always deflecting. That's your
Will
problem.
only told him something you guys were up to.
You don't know how to make a sincere apology. That's the other thing. Every apology
Gary
is done with a
just
smirk.
said that he was mad at me yesterday for bringing something else up.
Right.
And all I'm saying is that Will was the one who brought it up, not me.
Yes, but you verified it.
Well, oh, Jesus.
You said you used it against him. You know what you said? You went, that's right, I'm a good guy. You should see all the things I'm seeing that I don't bring to Howard.
It was like a veiled
it was, and Jason going, they have a whole clip reel. I've seen it, blah, 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 which it doesn't exist.
Right.
Jason's talking out his ass.
Well, I should chain you guys together for 24 hours and videotape it.
Like Tony Curtis and
somebody's cutting off an arm.
Gary, if you saw Depace being raped with a baseball bat.
That wouldn't happen, by the way.
Well, let's just say it was like
if it's 12 guys holding you down.
12 guys holding you down, and like Gary,
he's so manly, he's incapable of being raped.
Right.
I know it would take more guys to rape me than it would you.
Oh boy!
Jesus Christ, he's competitive.
Let's see. All right, let's see who put them in a room,
That's the
and
ultimate
we'll see
game
how
show.
many guys it takes to get each of them raped.
Howard, you know how like oddly competitive he is. Like this has been brewing for a couple weeks. You know how oddly competitive he is. He walked up to me about 3 weeks ago, and he just goes, Bet you my credit score is better than yours.
It was a joke.
Oh my God. What's the matter with you?
It's a joke. I am very
competing on
You
credit
just
score.
walked up to him out of the
because
blue?
he did a
with it-
commercial for the credit score company or whatever, and I just said, I wonder, how's your credit score? And he said, perfect. And I go, oh, really? Well, mine's pretty good, too.
You said, I bet you mine is better than yours.
Yeah, because you said perfect.
I said my
All right,
credit
listen. This is ridiculous.
It is.
You compete with everyone around here. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm competitive. That's a good thing in life.
Well, you think it's a good thing.
About credit scores?
Makes you stronger.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
And how would you determine that? I mean, that
There's a
your
score.
credit score is better.
I was kind of joking, but there's a number
Because you
out
pay
there.
you don't have any outstanding
Right.
debts. Yeah, and Gary's
But
the
they
same
give
way.
you a number,
Yeah.
and he's going to say, my number's better than your number.
How much you want to bet?
Not a lot, because I.
How much you want to go toe to toe with the guy? How much you want to bet?
$5.
$5.
I don't. It was more of a joke.
Hey, Sal and Richard want to come in and see if they can get you into a rape position.
All right, go ahead.
No. Don't start.
I'll punch both of them out.
All right. Well, anyway. All right. Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Gary.
Sorry, Gary.
No, Gary. I can't even see him now. You
Right,
fuckers.
we'll never know what he's thinking.
I can't believe that's the one thing, too, out of this. I
What?
said, make sure he doesn't kill the camera. You go, don't worry. And you let that happen.
Listen.
Oh, my.
I don't. Listen. This is ridiculous. I said, don't
He's a
worry.
sieve.
I can't predict Gary's response.
He's just a sieve.
How can I? Gary doesn't do whatever I say. He doesn't. He's got a
In
brain.
fact,
and
he kept screaming, you said you'd protect me. You said you'd protect me.
He did. Talk about going
How am I
back on
gonna
your
protect-
word.
When did I say protect you? I said I take full responsibility.
No,
And I said it all along.
I said make sure he doesn't, and you go, don't worry.
Gary knows that he had a pact with you. I can't. How am I going to protect you
told
from
you
that?
that.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm a vampire. I'm going to erase that from his brain. How can I protect you? Protect you? What am I, the Godfather? I can't protect you. I'm a guy. I take full responsibility.
Yeah.
And if you felt really bad, you know what you should do?
Well, wait,
you
if
should
you-
accept punishment. Go wash Gary's feet.
Yeah.
And lick his bunion.
Lick those toes with the fungus on them.
By the way, Scott has fungus toes too.
Oh, he does.
I do have one.
Oh,
I don't know,
both of you. Disgusting.
doesn't look that bad. It's actually all right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Scott.
Yes.
So, are you really sorry for what happened?
I'm sorry for breaking my word. That's it. But I'm not. I'm not taking all the blame. I will not. I have too much. What's the word?
Pride.
Pride to do that. I'm not going to sit there and say yes, I was all to blame when my boss was the one who decided to use this, and he has decided not to insert himself into this. So, sorry. And my boss in there, Howard, also decided to use the tape. I'm not going with the argument that it's like giving crack to a crack addict. He decided to use it. He's got some responsibility there as well.
And it seemed to pain you to apologize to Gary.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't pain me to apologize to Gary for what I did. It pains me to apologize to Gary for what I didn't do.
All right.
Got
And,
that?
yeah.
Does everyone finally get it? Lisa, you don't get it?
What didn't you do?
I didn't. It wasn't my decision to bring the tape to Howard. It wasn't my decision to tape what was going on. It wasn't my decision to show other people what was going on. All those were not my decisions. What my decision was after my boss decided to go in to Howard and tell him about it, I then decided to be on part of that team and simply tell, he just fucked me up. So then I decided, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with you? It's not me. So what I did do is decide to go into Howard and tell him that, look, you're going to use this, and we're going to take the bullet for it because I had to deal with with Gary, and he's going to be pretty pissed. So please don't let him take our camera away. That was what I said.
Where are they right now with you and Depace?
They're nowhere.
He said he was sorry, but it didn't seem genuine.
It didn't seem genuine. So we're nowhere. You know, he works here and I work here, and we'll see each other. And you know, I mean, you know, we don't need to be. I always laugh because people say the same shit all the time. We don't need to be friends to work together, but we don't. I mean, we can easily not see each other every day for months at a time.
You guys never really had that good of a relationship, I guess? Where that's
I actually thought
you?
we did. I thought we did. You know, he would come by, stop by. Sometimes he IMs me, cool gadgets he thinks are good. Sometimes he'd stop by and chat with me. We'd walk. You know, we walk to work together. You know, once or twice a week in the morning because we park at the same garage. No, I thought we had a really good relationship.
So that's pretty much all over.
I mean, I don't know. Never say never, but yeah, I find it hard. I really find it hard to look at him right now.
You know, why do you think it's so hard for him to just say, you know, you're right, I had, you know, even though he doesn't want to take full responsibility, for him to say, all right, I had some responsibility in this, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I can't explain him.
But if he were to just come out and apologize, you think you'd
I think at this point, I think at this point we're past that.
It's past it, yeah.
I think at this point, if you haven't figured out after a week, I would think any apology that he would bring me would be forced. Like Sal's a perfect example. Like Sal does stupid shit, and then he goes home, and his entire family explains to him why he did something stupid, and then he comes in the next day and he apologizes, but he's not really sorry. He just knows that people told him he was wrong, so he must be wrong, but he still doesn't know he's wrong. And you know, it's sort of like if Scott doesn't, he'll never feel wrong, so he'll never really apologize. And you can't make a person feel a certain way.
Now, this camera in your office, what's with it now? A 2-minute timer?
It's got to be fixed so that when I push the button down, the light goes on, and it's got to go off after 2 minutes. And we've done that before. Like if I push the button down and they still want me on the camera, Depace can say to me in the speaker in Squawk Box, "Hit your camera again," and I just hit the button again. Then you got it for another 2 minutes.
As easy as that.
Well. It will be easy, and you know what? I bet this will be fixed in. They started really working on it Monday or Tuesday, maybe even yesterday. I bet you this whole thing will be fixed in like 4 or 5 working days, and that again makes me angrier because you know it's been 4.5 years that he couldn't do it, and again he's like, well, the people at Sirius didn't want to get involved, but you know it's his job to press.
All right, so we're going to come back from vacation and have a new camera.
Probably.
Sitting on a chair at Doug's wedding in a little suit with his arms
and
folded.
looking, by the way, bored shitless, dying for a drink.
Yeah. Which leads us, of course, to John Lieberman. And John, those clips say it all, I think. Obviously, you had a few. You were having a good time. Do you regret anything? I know you apologized to 𝗫𝗍, but at the Christmas party, you like to drink a little bit and have fun.
When I go out, I like to drink. And as I said, I don't go out a lot, but when I go out, I like to drink. Do I regret it? Of course. I mean, when you get, made fun of on the air for 30 minutes or so, I do regret it. But
you regret it, all right. John, was what happened the other night? Would you say it's more like Haley's Comet, a once never happens, or does it happen once a year?
I would say probably a couple times a year.
How many times have you had to?
That's a lot.
I would say 2 times a year.
How many times have you had to send a similar text message or email saying what you said to me? Look at that face.
I've sent a couple in my time.
See, I noticed at the Christmas party this year, like you were dancing and having fun. You weren't making a spectacle of yourself, but you were on the border. But what I noticed more was your girlfriend was like, "Yeah, I'm not getting involved in that."
She's known me for a very long time, and she's seen similar incidents to this.
Right. We were all sort of like, God, Lieberman's girlfriend seems so normal. Does she know what's going on?
Oh, you should have seen her Saturday night, man. Just hiding in a corner.
So she drove home, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. But she's very tolerant, and she's known me for a long time. And I mean, this started in college. I mean, look, my nickname in college was 2 Live Jew, because we used to have these parties at our fraternity house, and I would just start rapping in the middle of it, and people eventually would come to see me rap.
God,
but
would I pay to hear that.
It's a release for me. It is. I know it sounds like bullshit, but like I don't want to sound like Tim, but during the week, I generally work like 15-hour days, and so sometimes I need a release. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. Ronnie, stop being a dick.
Do you only, when you rap, is it only 2 Live Crew, or is there a
Jay-Z
plethora
probably.
of artists that you cover?
Well, they're original raps. They were original
your
me
own
raps. Yeah.
It's like my poems.
I got a lot of questions, but one of the questions is, so you get home, I'm assuming your girlfriend like throws you in bed, takes your shoes off, throws the covers on you, and just, you're fucking passing out, right?
I actually wasn't passed out. No, we talked on the drive home.
And what did she say?
And
like, did she recognize that you made a bit of a scene?
Yeah.
And what did she say?
She said, come on, you can't do this. She's like, because now you're working at Howard Stern and this is going to come up on the air. Whereas before, your life isn't as public as it is here.
Right. Before, everyone goofed behind your back at the water cooler.
Right.
Now it's on the air.
Right. Or to me, now it's on the air. And I think, and that's what I'm most mad at myself for, is that realization that I'm a pretty smart guy, but yet I didn't really fully put 2 and 2 together that this is not good. This is going to be on the air.
What were the softball questions? You kept saying that today.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, to be complete, in context, like, those guys know that Lisa and I, butt heads. So, they see I've had a few drinks. So, of course, they're bringing up Lisa. I didn't initiate what you heard on the air. I did not initiate. The Jay-Z thing I did. I went up to the DJ. I said, I'd like to please, and I was very, very nice about it. I said, could you please play Empire State of Mind?
We heard how nice you were.
No, that was later, but to the DJ, I was nice. But so I initiated that. I did not initiate any of the Lisa G stuff.
But I watched the full 8-minute interview. Okay, it was on Moldred. The full 8-minute interview.
Why didn't I see it on Moldred?
I don't know. And maybe it wasn't on Moldred. Maybe Doug just said
kept it away from you.
Doug said it's just a couple of.
I didn't.
But the thing, like when you say, you would have people believe that they got you drunk and pointed you into saying terrible things about Lisa. You were drunk, and they just said, what do you think of Lisa's book? And you were off to the races. There was really not a lot of prodding needed.
Right, but I didn't go up to them and say, hey, boys, let me start talking about Lisa's book.
I know, but they didn't say, do you think Lisa's nice or not? They go, just, what do you think of Lisa's book? And you were shot out of a cannon.
Because
you're blaming that on them?
No, I'm not blaming. No. I take full responsibility for what I said. All I was saying was I didn't initiate it. They asked the questions.
Yeah, but
That's
that would
what
be
I'm
like saying, nobody asked Mel Gibson about Jews, but then he talked about the Jews.
The other thing that happened, Gary, was when you first came in, actually, Ronnie, you were in there first because Howard was saying how Ronnie has become Howard. Like, Ronnie...
Stop it.
It's what he said.
I know what he said.
Well, what do you think he meant by that?
I don't know what he meant. I have no idea.
Well, what's your guess at what he meant?
To me, it just sounded ridiculous. How am I like Howard?
But what do you think he thinks when he says that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue why he thinks that or says that.
What do you think he means, John?
I think he comes in as he's the guy, sort of,
like a celebrity.
Like a celebrity, the
no,
one that people
I didn't come in like that.
I'm saying this is what Howard was trying to imply. And
I have a new guy in my place now, John Lieberman, the new town drunk.
I love the satisfaction Ronnie's taking out of this. By the end,
it's awesome, man.
By the end of John's time in the studio today, he was talking about war veterans and like needing a break, and you broke him down pretty hard today, Ronnie.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm crying.
You're not sorry at all.
I'm crying.
You're not sorry at all.
Crying.
But John, here's an indication of how bad.
Now he knows how I feel.
How bad things got for you today. Howard brought you in, busted your balls. You managed to completely deflect the conversation to goofing on Lisa, but it came back.
Yeah.
And when it comes back like a boomerang, that means it's bad.
Look, I know it's bad. I know it's bad, and I know it's not over. But at the end of the day, if you boil it down, who has not gotten drunk at a wedding? Just not everybody is recorded, and it's played for millions of people.
If it hadn't been here, like, do you think you really did anything wrong? Like, you apologized to them? Do you think you did anything wrong?
Yes, I think that it, in my mind, I didn't want to take the focus off of Richie and Rachel's wedding. Luckily, it didn't, according to Richie. But that's what I regret the most.
So see, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you were great. You were a fun drunk.
Right.
You weren't violent. You weren't physical. You know, it's just the problem you have is alcohol is truth serum for you.
Right.
And there were cameras that
I
record
said,
it.
that was like one of those Russian movies where they inject the spy with truth serum, and he just tells
it's
you
like
everything.
we had electrodes on him.
Yeah.
We were going to shock him if he didn't speak the truth.
Do you think Howard thinks differently of you now?
Yeah, I'm sure he does a little bit.
Oh, I know
mean,
he
because
does.
Would you just stop for a second?
Well, what do you mean?
Do you have to always be an asshole?
Ronnie, did you discuss this? Ronnie, did you discuss this with Howard?
I mean, really, you can't be nice for 2 seconds.
I'm being nice. I'm only speaking the truth.
Did you discuss this with Howard?
Look,
Ronnie can't speak.
A little bit.
Look, I pride myself on being a serious reporter for the most part, and sure, so when I don't want this to take away from how people think of my reporting, both here and other places outside of here. That's my concern.
Wait till 𝗦𝗵cie sees this. Joe, would it be safe to say that this will never happen again in front of us?
Christmas party is in 3 months. Or
No,
think of that.
yeah, I mean, I think I've learned my lesson, so I want to say it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah, is he
There's a but. I can feel it in your voice.
I mean, but I can't. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm not going to lie and say unequivocally it's never going to happen again. I don't think it will. I think I've learned my lesson, but I'm not going to sit here because you'll pull the tape in a year or so at the Christmas party and say, look. So I'm not going to say never. I'm going to say I hope it doesn't.
Gary, I never thought I'd say this, but there's a lot of Sal and Lieberman.
That's what I was just thinking.
Like,
holy crap! I just thought the same thing.
A lot.
Never say never.
What? You want me to lie?
No,
I mean, I'm
no,
not going to lie.
Well,
Absolutely
no,
not.
I don't want you to lie, but I would think that you would say, if this is as embarrassing as you say it is, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, but there's that very small part of me that knows how I get when I go to social functions.
Which means that you really would like to do it again, just not embarrass yourself. You want to get that drunk again. You just don't want to embarrass yourself. There are some who would say, I've embarrassed myself so greatly in front of my boss that when I go to functions where Howard will be, I'm going to refrain from drinking.
I think that's probably what's going to happen. I don't foresee myself drinking at another Stern function.
He needs to let loose. Mark my words. This is not stopping.
Wait. You guys let him talk over there.
Please. I mean,
I didn't say anything.
All right.
I really think you're out of line.
Thank you. That's the whole idea.
Go ahead, John.
What I said is this. This was a social function. You know, I have never let alcohol interfere with any work I've done. In fact, I was on Moldred at 8 a.m. Sunday morning uploading Ronnie's speech and texting these guys apologies. Alcohol has never impacted any work I've done, nor will it ever. So, you know, I don't want to be branded some town drunk. The fact that I went to Richie's wedding and got drunk, okay, I did. I wasn't the only drunk person there. And had I been putting microphones in other people's faces, you would have gotten comments from them too.
But do you think anyone here should be labeled a drunk under your criteria?
I think labels aren't fair in general.
Wow, did you just scratch the shit out of your head again?
I scratched.
Holy crap!
It's fine though. It looks worse.
This
would be a way.
Rash.
You see that?
I see it.
I'm not.
See what I do to people, John?
Oh yeah.
My forehead gets itchy, and then I itch it, and it'll be red for about 3 minutes.
I think the point, somebody was on the phone before and they hung up and they said, we're out of line. We shouldn't give you a hard time. It was not a work function. And first of all, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think it's funny, but I think it's when you go to a social function where work people are going to be, people are going to watch you and have have ideas about how you are. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get fired for what you did, but people will look at you a different way. You agree on that, right?
Yeah, of course.
And not only that, but there's content for the show the following week, depending on what you're doing and where you're at. It all leads to the show.
So you don't want to be the heir apparent to Ronnie when it comes to these types of things?
No, I don't think. No.
Too late.
Well, how would you classify Ronnie at these situations?
I'm not going to classify Ronnie. I don't want to talk about Ronnie.
But you have, even in this, you said, "Hey, I'm not a Ronnie."
Because somebody was saying that I am the Ronnie. Or
so
whatever.
what is a Ronnie?
Well,
you.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Benji.
So what's the answer?
I don't want to speak poorly of Ronnie because
I'll tell you what it is. Ronnie will tell you himself. He was drunk. He was a mess. He made an asshole out of himself. That's Ronnie.
Do you think he should?
Do you think how many people in this room? How many people in this room have not gotten drunk at a wedding and maybe has anybody in this room not gotten overly drunk at a wedding?
Not on camera. Maybe John Hine. But of course, I've gotten crazy drunk at a wedding. But it's one thing to get drunk at a wedding. It's another thing for that to manifest itself in a way that everybody at the wedding knows how drunk you are.
But I think Richie told you not everybody at the wedding. Sure, the Stern guys did because they were shoving fucking Goodstein shoving
just because
cameras
Richie's
and
grandmother
recorders.
didn't know how drunk you were doesn't mean most of the people did. The people that are most important that needed to know knew.
There's no reason why you should be drunk enough for a guy like you, for what you do, to be screaming for Jay-Z songs at any point, at any point of any evening.
We've all done what you've done, but not in a long time. And then once you do it once, you generally don't let it happen again. You're telling me you can't make me that promise.
I'm not going to make a promise I can't keep.
You got that right.
But I'm fairly certain this isn't going to happen again.
But that either means you're not as upset as you're acting. I don't think what you did was that big of a deal.
No, I'm not going to lie, Benji, like you.
No. Shh. A second.
I am not going to stand here and lie to Gary because then in a year, let me finish.
No, John, you didn't hear what I said.
What did you
was.
say?
I said either you're not as upset as you're saying, or you do have a drinking problem by definitions.
I told you that this morning.
I think if people are telling you your boss may have a different perception of you right now, and you come away with that going, I can't promise that I will not do that again.
If you listen to what I said,
He's being honest. He's being
99.9% it's not going to happen again.
You know that when we go to the Christmas party this year, that people are going to be feeding you drinks. By the way, what were you drinking?
Vodka and soda.
No
with
shots?
Splash of lime. No shots. And this is the thing. At the Christmas party, I was doing shots. And like back in college, I was known. Back in college, the whole Two Live Jew thing started because I was the president of my fraternity, and we used to bring pledges up to my room on the top floor of the house to give them shots and stuff. And so this is when it all happened. It happened with a rap I did about shots. And then that carried over. What?
Did you always do originals, or did you ever cover anyone?
I generally do originals, but I've done Run DMC for Shuli.
He does it in the newsroom.
In the newsroom occasionally.
Things exist. You have to have a CD.
I don't have a CD.
How deep do you go into Rappers Delight? Can you go to like eighth verse on Rappers Delight?
No.
Run DMC.
Shouldn't the Howard 100 News investigate your rap career?
I'm on it. I want to do a whole karaoke breakdown of
And
this.
I love karaoke, and they know that.
We have a bigger thing that we wanted to do. I never been able to get anybody to agree to it. We wanted to do a newsroom talent show.
Yeah.
Where Lisa plays the violin, he raps.
Lisa won't do it, but I would love to hear him and Sal go at it and see who's the better freestyler.
I feel like somehow people
Candy Rapper versus Two Live Jew?
Cool, the Candy Rapper.
I mean, here's the thing. It's just like, here's what bothers me. You guys just don't know me the way, say, my close friends know me.
We know you.
And I've been here, only for a year. So I feel like, am I not allowed to be like a regular person too?
But how would we know you?
No one
So
said,
the one chance you get for us to know you, that's what we got.
John, the thing you're missing here is no one's saying you shouldn't be that way.
Right.
We're just talking about the way you were. Like, everyone is entertained and happy, and no one's saying, hey, stop, you shouldn't do that.
And by the way, when you're here,
keep going.
I talk to you off the air quite a bit. I think I speak for everyone would say, we all think you're a nice guy. There's no indication of us talking to you every day that you would be that guy.
Right, but why would there be? I mean, I come to work to
But you
work.
just said we don't know who you are.
Well, I meant outside of work.
But
I
you're
meant
saying
that
I'm still
don't...
not that guy.
What?
You're saying I'm not that guy.
I
You're
know
saying
what
we're
Benji's
saying
going for.
you're that guy, and you're saying I'm not that guy.
No, here's what I'm going for. People have different sides. And I can have a
100%
professional.
agree.
I can have a professional side and a personal side.
Wait.
It's only here that your personal side becomes.
John, why'd you call me a liar?
Just now?
Yeah.
Because I felt like many times you evade questions or you lie or it's shtick. That's what I was saying.
Well,
and
have you ever? What have I ever lied to you about?
I can pull clips. I mean, there have been a number of
Just say
things.
one.
I have to go back and look.
Yeah, age would be a good start.
I've said on here before, I don't say my real age. I've said that.
Okay, Liza.
All right,
Listen,
hold on.
Can I just?
We only have 3 minutes left. I'm sorry to cut you off, Shirley. I got a question for Ronnie. Ronnie,
Give me the goddamn
your poem
Yes, sir.
didn't go over very well today in the
That's
studio.
too bad. None of my poems ever go over very well, according to everybody. I wrote it. It was original. That's all I care about.
Richie, be honest. What did you think of that poem?
I laughed my ass off. It was.
Oh, you lying piece of shit.
I liked.
Now you're a lying
I
piece of
liked it
shit.
because it's what I expected. I
What do
wanted
you
a
mean?
poem, and I got a good poem.
Why are you saying he's lying?
Because he afterwards he was like, "Oh, thank you. That was really sweet," and blah blah blah.
He's emotional.
When he was, after he had a few drinks,
I cried like
Lieberman.
you did.
You know, like what?
I cried like you did.
Yeah, that's the mistake I made. I cried like an asshole for your stupid wedding.
Gary, I don't know what's going on here in terms of, who's... I'm a little confused
What's
by
wrong?
everything.
I'll straighten it out.
Which
What's
part are we
wrong?
talking about?
But it sounds like, I understand John is upset, partially because he's embarrassed because this all came out on the air and he's being portrayed as a drunk, which he's not. He just got drunk at a wedding. There's a difference.
He's not a drunk. He was just the drunk.
He's being portrayed as Ronnie. He's upset.
He's Otis the news person.
And Ronnie's taken a ton of pride in passing the mantle on to John.
Without a doubt. Here it is, brother. It's all yours.
Does that mean you're going to change it all, Ronnie, or you just got
I
another...
was fine at the wedding.
I gotta say, Ronnie,
I had a good couple of drinks.
As good as he was the other night, no one will ever beat. It's a tie between Bubba's wedding.
Oh, I know.
And
Bubba's
you with
wedding.
no shirt on at the Valentine's Day party in the fucking throne.
Oh, believe me.
Was there
if his girlfriend didn't drag him out of there that night, it would have got to that point that day.
Real quick, Doug.
Did you remember everything that you heard today?
Yeah.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I
It
just
wasn't that bad?
Can I just ask John one quick question before we go? You said alcohol has never affected your work. Didn't you shit your pants in New Mexico because you drank too much the night before?
That was the night. That was the night before. I still showed up for my job.
No, but
and
it
did my
affected you.
live
It made you
shots.
shit your pants.
That was a very long time ago.
Hey everybody, it's Sal Governale, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discuss some S&M scenarios that has happened to a friend of mine, as well as some crazy things that went down on Wall Street, based on a phone conversation Howard had with the dominatrix. It was pretty wild, so check it out.
We'll try Dan in Chicago. Hey, Dan.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you had that dominatrix on the radio on. I was wondering whether Gary or John, you ever participate in any dominatrix activities?
I can say
together,
unequivocally, the dominatrix thing is one of those. There's a lot of fetishes I don't understand. That's probably, after foot fetish, at the top of the list of ones I don't get the gratification. I guess I don't feel bad enough about what a dick I am to want to get. That's what she said. She said a lot of her guys are guys who are so horrible to people at work that they got to feel. I don't get that at all.
I understand it. I've never done it, but I sort of get why guys would want to do that. I mean, if they want to be put in their place or whatever else. JD, did you ever go the dominatrix route?
Especially with a dog, huh, JD?
All right, shut up. No, I get humiliated enough in my regular life as it is. I don't need it again in my personal.
If you had to guess one person on our staff, because nobody's going to fess up to this no matter what.
Benji.
One person on our staff that may have participated, who would you say it is?
Benji.
I'm a pro dom. Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried it? No, seriously.
No, I played around with not with the
Dominated or been dominated?
Yeah, I played around with that in the bedroom. But not to the extent of like wearing outfits.
Who do you think's been to? Do you think anybody in our group has been to a dominatrix?
Sal, maybe.
I think Sal would be willing to give it a spin.
Lieberman.
Let's get Sal down here and get his turn on this.
I think Sal's story will be something like, well, what happened was I went there and I didn't know what it was, and then she started doing it. It wasn't that bad.
It's the ones you never think of.
That's
though.
right.
It's like the John Hines of the world that show up with a ball gag in their mouth.
I would never bring it to work.
No,
I'm
I
smarter
know,
than
I
that. The other thing which Chloe said when she called in, I mean, the different stuff that the Wall Street guys would do. I mean, you just hear one thing after another. I mean, it gets
bullshit to put it on one industry like that, though. The Wall Street guys. Wall Street guys are normal.
That's just stupid.
I think she was saying guys who make a lot of money and who are under a lot of stress. You don't even work on Wall Street. What's your affinity?
But I know plenty of guys who do. It's ridiculous.
But what's your affinity to Wall
Yeah,
Street
and they're all going
guys?
to dominatrixes. No, I just don't. People love to put down Wall Street.
Wait, but listen to what she said. She said it's guys in high power that have a lot of control that want to, reverse the roles there. And clearly somebody that can afford $500 an hour.
That
so
fits Howard.
It kind of narrows down the people that qualify.
It also fits Scott Depace, the director of the TV show. Oh, yeah, tons of power. Tons of wealth.
Well, the dominatrix thing doesn't interest you at all?
Not at all.
What about you being the dominatrix and dominating someone?
No, I wouldn't even want that. No.
Yeah, that's another thing, too. The whole, did she talk about, she doesn't pee on guys, does she?
I'm sure she does. She pulls her teeth out.
What does that mean?
She said some guy came in with tools to have his teeth pulled out.
How about those guys who like to get kicked in the nuts? That is just crazy.
You mean like that guy Horace from AGT?
Yeah.
Hey, Sal, we were talking about the dominatrix thing. Did you, back in the day, ever go that route?
Have you ever tried it once?
Yeah, when I was 11, back in the day. I never tried it, but a friend of mine has. And
there we go.
And how did it go?
Well, what happened was...
Yeah, what happened to the friend?
It was a total mistake. The friend was browsing in the paper and thought it was a massage. And he got there and there was a bunch of whips and shit on the wall.
Right.
So he was like, well, wow, this girl's pretty wild, it's just a massage. So she says, get on the bed.
And he says, I'll go with it.
Right. And he gets on the bed. And then she says, get on your back. I mean, he thought it was kind of odd because usually you get on your belly. And then she just starts playing with his butthole. And she's like, wow, you have a wonderful asshole. And then she reaches up from the side of the bed and pulls out a vibrator. And he says, what the hell are you doing? She goes, well, didn't you read the ad? It's ass play. I do ass fetish. And the guy says, well, that's not my thing. I'm here for a massage. And she says, well, it's still going to cost you the $80. And this is what I do. And the guy said, well, I'm not exactly sure. Why don't we just give it a little whirl? So it went about a quarter-inch in. Everything stopped, and my buddy just bailed, paid the money and bailed. So, yeah, that poor guy. And I know you think it's me, but it's not. It's my friend.
Did the friend go to dominatrix beforehand? You said it was a massage and an accident. Like, was he looking for that kind of thing?
No, he just wanted a normal massage. It was a day after work. He wanted to unwind, and he ended up... I think what happened, in retrospect, what happened when he went through the classifieds, he clicked the wrong number. I mean, I think when they're all lined up, and I think he dialed the number right underneath the place he wanted to go to.
Oh, did the friend ever go back?
Oh no, never again. Never.
He learned that.
Yeah,
lesson.
it was weird because she was playing with his asshole, and she kept saying, "You have such a beautiful asshole," and she was circling it with her finger, and he's like, "Wow, this is a little." I've never. Usually, it's after 20 minutes on the turnover.
So he called ass play instead of jerk me off.
Pretty much, yeah. So
sounds like the friend's never going to forget it.
Oh, the friend hasn't.
When Howard was talking to that dominatrix, she was talking about Wall Street guys, and they were both he and Robin were talking about you, saying, "What did you do down on Wall Street?
Right.
Everything but made money, that type of thing."
Right.
But you had told me there's some wild times down at Wall Street.
Those guys were pretty crazy. They made a lot of money. They made it real fast, and they certainly liked to live it up. And there were things, I'm telling you, that even I thought was creepy and crazy. There was at one time there was a bachelor party going to Atlantic City, and they rented a small plane out of the Republic Airport.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys get on the plane. There's like 6 of them, and they're drinking like crazy. And all of a sudden, one guy decides to take out his cock, walk up and down the aisles, and he starts jerking off. And he literally blew a load on a guy. And they all thought it was fun. That was just, I'm like, first of all, how can you get an erection with 6 guys around you? But this guy jacked off all over a guy. These guys thought it was hilarious.
Were you on the plane or you just heard this story?
When they came back, everybody talked about it.
Another friend.
No.
I thought it wasn't you who jerked off on the guy.
No.
Sure.
I'm paranoid of those little planes.
Wait,
but
so what?
I would have told you.
The guy that got jerked off on was he?
No, he took his all in strides.
Was one of the guys the boss or something like that?
No. These were just six.
And they
big
just
shots.
thought as, hey, it was a joke.
Yeah, and and they got a kick out of that apparently. And there used to be another place. There was a pizza place out in Wall Street, in the area. And in the back, they had a strip club in the back of the pizza place. So where the ovens were supposed to be, there was like these dancers. They would bring them in like from the Dominican Republic. And it was crazy because on one side, everybody's having pizza and everything. And then you have the kitchen door. You just walk past the kitchen door. You pass this huge security guy. Walk down a little bit of a hallway. And all of a sudden, the kitchen is a giant club with these girls. And you get $2 lap dances. So the guys after work for $100, you'd stay there till 2 o'clock in the morning, and you'd still come home with money in your pocket. It was beautiful.
Al in Michigan, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I got a question for Sal, man. I love Sal and Richard, but I mean, Sal, you're a fucking pervert, man. I mean, why don't you just whip your dick out and just masturbate in the building and get fired?
Well, look, I'm a horn.
You know what? It was very close to that.
No, that was the worst day of my life, man.
Sal
Not just yours.
Sal got caught pleasuring himself in his office after hours.
What better place? It was after hours. The door was locked.
It wasn't locked enough.
Well, apparently, I had my headphones. I figured I got my headphones on. I locked the door. It's after hours. All of a sudden, that lock, I turned it to the right. If you can just envision the lock, the big chrome lock turned all the way to the right. I'm going at it. I turned my head, and it was like slow motion. That lock went from the right like a ghost, pushed it over to the left.
And who was it?
It was 2 techs that had to fix my board. My soundboard, and they figured they'd do it after hours as well. So they come in, I just dive underneath my desk. My face was red.
And they reported you, huh?
No, they didn't report me. I told Richard. I was convinced that they saw it. I was so embarrassed. So Richard told you, and then you put the HR prank call together.
My favorite was his reaction when they walked in, when he told me he hunched over to try and cover himself. And turns around and goes, "Oh my God, you guys scared the shit out of me." And I'm thinking, think how scared these guys were.
I can't believe that you have a level of comfort to do that here.
When you have a wife and 3 kids, every place is a level of comfort except for when you're with them.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about a little cough. Gary still recovering from Howard's beatdown after Cara Miller went in with her whooping cough. And, well, here's how it went.
This is not your week, my friend.
Yeah, I would say so, but specifically not my day.
It's weird because, and we'll talk about Carol Miller and the whooping cough, of course, and everything that happened on today's program, but it's rare when I see you go in there and Howard, does his thing and you get upset, but there are also times I could tell when you're in there and he's cut you, like it hurts.
No, he got me today.
Yeah, and today was one of those times. But
listen, whether he really felt that way or if he's going for good radio, I've seen him go below the belt before because when he's in there, he's in the moment. He's like, hey, I'm doing my thing. And if he sees he's getting under my skin, it's not like him to pull back because that's not good for the show.
What do you feel was below the belt?
Saying that I must hate him. It's a vicious thing to say. In other words, if somebody makes a mistake, his immediate reaction is, you have to hate me to do that. Like it was a personal vendetta.
But if you think about it, you've been with the show for so long. You've gotten so close with Howard. Deep down, do you really believe that part of him thinks that?
Sometimes you do. I don't think that he thinks that. I think he thinks that at that moment.
And at that point, what do you do?
Nothing. I was sort of arguing a little bit, and then I got to a point where, which I haven't been at a long time, where it's literally you're on the ropes and Ali is punching you. And your job is just to sit there and take the punches.
Yeah, you're covering up.
Yeah, you cover up. I really didn't respond much. There's not much to say. There's no point in arguing. You could apologize a million times and it won't get you anywhere. So you just take the punches.
A lot of the guys were saying that you're pissed at them because you know the way it works. When you're in there, everybody helps out a little bit. Do you think anybody did something that they shouldn't have done in this situation?
I would just say that it's writing jokes about me is part of it, and everybody seemed to have, in hindsight, they knew what to do.
I don't understand what you mean.
In other words, after it was explained by Howard, everyone's like, oh, yeah, Gary should have known, but nobody knew that in advance. Nobody else said we shouldn't let her in, or nobody else had that idea till Howard had that idea.
Well, Ronnie said he gave you a warning of some kind.
He goes, she's sick. And I said, I know.
All right, so you know she's sick. You said her voice sounds a little.
But again, she told me, I'm not sick. I'm getting over. My throat is, my voice is bad, but I'm not sick anymore.
Now, why did you feel empowered to make that call, or do you feel like that's Howard's call? You're not going to do that.
I did not feel empowered to make that call. Howard and I have had some conversations over the last, maybe a little bit less than 2 months, about how he wants me to take more of a role. And I can be very honest. He said, I want you to take over more things, and I think you think like me a lot, and some mistakes might be made, but I'm willing to live with those. I want you to start handling more stuff. So this definitely falls into that category. Now, he's right. I probably should have made that decision. It's been 28 years and 10 months of I make the final decision. You don't do anything without me. So it's that's what I was alluding to, and I was saying it's sort of hard to change the way things have been for a long time. I've never, in the history of the show, for any reason that I can think of, turned a guest away. And I could have made that decision. I could have turned her away, and he could have been, gee, you know what, man? Did you insult her? Maybe you didn't do the right thing. I don't know, man. I don't like leaving a guest with a bad taste in their mouth. It could go a different way. It's obvious now that he saw it, but it might not have been obvious.
Do you regret not doing that at this point? Or do you still think you made the right call?
I regret it because I think that the interview wasn't good for the audience, and I regret it because it ruined Howard's day on that front and on the front of how he feels. He's I wouldn't say he's a hypochondriac, but I would say that he's I've seen him blame a cold on a person that was near him when you can't really connect the two.
Oh, I know. I remember that. And then it becomes more than just I got a cold from, because Steve is standing in front of me. Let's say it becomes more than I got a cold from Steve Brandano. Steve Brandano ruined my fucking weekend. I couldn't go out because of Steve Brandano. That motherfucker walked in here with a fucking cold, and look what he fucking did to me. Today's his 4th wedding anniversary with Beth. If he coughs tonight, are you going to be getting a phone call, you think?
I won't get a call. He'll just save it all up for Monday. There will be no call.
Later,
he would not talk to me about it off the air unless he might say, listen, I know I gave you a hard time today, but really you should have done that. We could have a conversation. But he would never call me to say, you motherfucker, I'm sick.
Later in the show, Jason went in to read something about whooping cough, and you said, I'm making a decision. I don't want Jason to say that, but Jason ended up saying it because Howard wanted him to.
Right.
So do you think that's sort of a symptom of what you're dealing with Howard?
Sure.
Or did he think you were just making that call to make the bit better and you really did want to hear what Jason
I was actually making that call. I thought people had told him enough. People had already scared the shit out of him enough. Piling on wasn't going to make him feel any better. And there's almost like a sadistic, masochistic streak in him. Like he wants to hear more of it. He wants to hear more of it. Tell me how sick I'm going to get. And I wanted to try to stop that.
Jay in Phoenix, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. Hey, Gary, I just wanted to build you up a little bit, man, because I know it was a tough spot for you to be in today, because Howard said he could kill an hour, but it would have been berating you. But since you touched on a lot of stuff that I wanted to ask you about, I just want to know how soon do you think that Howard is seriously going to think he has whooping cough like he had 𝗦𝘁𝗄𝗿𝗍 foot disease? And is there anything for you guys you're giving away that I might be able to get from you today?
I'll start backwards. I have nothing to give away, unfortunately. And I think he already thinks he's got the potential to have it.
All right, thank you. Let's go over to Mark in New York. Mark, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. Love the show. I was trying to get through to Howard today directly because, I don't know, I think he's being a little unfair. And I've been listening to the show a long time, and I've heard the tons and tons and tons of flack that Gary's gotten over the years. So when he's saying he's trying to empower you, Gary, I kind of feel it's hard to believe because half of the shows he's kind of tearing you down. So I could understand when it's time to make a big decision where you might be paralyzed to a degree because you probably feel the weight of all the second guessing that might occur after, if you make, in their opinion, the wrong decision. So I'm wondering, like, when a decision like this comes down, are you thinking of all the aftermath that might happen should you make the wrong move and sometimes get paralyzed by that?
I'll be very upfront. It never came down to me deciding to make a decision. I mean, I saw her there. I told her she didn't sound that good. I probably, in my mind, I probably thought it was worse. But I'm trying to make him feel better about it. But I said, she doesn't have her voice here. But Jason, why were you just laughing uncontrollably?
Oh, because it's so fun. Listen, it's so weird for me as a fan. I was loving everything that happened today with you and Howard. As a friend to you, I felt bad. But it is so funny for Howard to claim that he was doing this to help, having this argument on air to help you. Listen, Howard only cares, as far as I know, about two things in that moment. A, whether or not he has whooping cough, and B, making good radio. And he made great radio.
Right.
But I can't imagine that anybody who might hire you would have heard that and said, oh, well, now I want to hire Gary. Because if anything that hurt you didn't help you in terms of finding a future job, or more likely it was a push, which I'm sure.
So do you agree then earlier in the week when he said that he was telling me how bad my Nerdist show is, that was out of love? Or does that fall into the same category?
Yeah, that totally falls into the category of Howard making great radio. Right. Now, part of him might mean it inside and say, hey, listen, I'm giving Gary constructive criticism because he was, but if his feelings for you came before his feelings for making great radio, then that conversation would have been off the air.
Do you feel like, well, I know he's sending you a mixed message when it comes to empowering you, but now he really does want to put you in charge, like officially in charge and be the guy of a lot of things, yet do you feel like you're getting a mixed message?
Well, he sent me a very not mixed message off the air. We had this conversation, and he was very clear. I want you to do more. I want you to be more in charge about stuff like that. But yeah, if you say you can't make, listen, he said to me, you think like me most of the time, you're going to make a mistake, and I'm not going to give you a hard time about it. But then I'm escalated in front of the audience, the office, and the interns. So I guess I don't get room for a mistake.
Will, did you feel like Gary was pissed at everybody in the back when he came out of there?
I mean, I just thought he was pissed off in general. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was directed at everybody, but it could just be he was just angry at Howard, angry at the situation.
I was angry at the whole situation. I was a little bit angry at the office, and I say this, I'll be very upfront, no one in particular. I really can't point. I was angry at the entire office for their group effort of putting up all those notes, in the sense that I do get, like, if they want to put up jokes, go with the jokes. The ape jokes, the Gary sucks jokes, all those. But these were sort of like, Gary, Howard took a premise and they wrote it. But that's what we do, so I can't get that mad.
I mean,
I can't hold a grudge, but I can be mad about it at the moment.
Sure you can, but just know you didn't get any special treatment one way or the other.
Well, yeah, I know.
Right.
I'm just surprised
it would have been
you're as
anybody.
upset as you are about it.
I am too.
What do you mean, Will?
Well, you just seem very. I've never seen you. I feel like this bummed out about after a segment like this, which seems to happen quite often.
Yeah, but it was very personal about how he thinks I must hate him, and then, like I said, this other thing that was.
He doesn't really think you hate him. I mean,
no, but there was this other thing going on too. Again, to talk in broad strokes, I sent him a note last night about something that happened on the air yesterday, and it was more of that, and then it's the phones this morning, even though I'm one of the people in charge of phones, but Tim and I work together on it. So I take it. So it's Gary fucked up the phones. Gary sent me a note last night. Gary gave me whooping cough. Gary's show sucks. It gets to be a lot.
Curtis in Nebraska, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello?
Hey, Curtis.
Hey. Well, I was wanting to ask, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
All right. Take your time.
If Howard actually did get whooping cough, how big would this be to the show? I mean,
for the heels.
Yeah.
This is what I would say. That was one of the other reasons I got bummed out today, because I started to think about that. If Howard got it, I don't think our relationship would ever be the same.
If Howard got sick at all,
he would no. But if he got it and he were out for a period of time, he would absolutely blame me for it, and I don't think he'd ever deal with me again the same way.
I think if he gets a runny nose, you may be in for that, Gary. I mean, you know the way he gets about this stuff.
No, but that I can deal with. If he gets whooping cough, say he really got it,
and Beth dies.
Say he really got. What are we, fucking Little House on the Prairie? Say he really got it, right? I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
You are.
Everybody. Well, you know who has dropped by the show today? You know who's in the guest loft? The star of Chelsea lately, Chelsea Handler, is here.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I like her. We had a lot of fun the last time we met. This is the second time I'm with Chelsea. Hi.
She's on the
You look good.
circuit again.
What'd you do? You're looking
I got
hot.
a facelift.
Yeah, nice. It's a good one.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I
no.
didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't, Robin. I
Would
tried
you-
to, but
do
I
you
didn't
think
have
you
enough
will?
time off.
Do you think when you're older you will get a facelift, or will you age and let your face age? Or
I don't
will you...
think I'm a facelift kind of girl.
I don't either.
I do all this stuff for my skin, so like I keep it kind of really fresh by doing like like profractionals and stuff. I don't think I could get a facelift. That's kind of not in my character.
Do you think all the stuff you do for your face really works, or are you just kidding yourself?
No,
like
it works.
Because Beth does all of that stuff too, and she's like convinced it works. But I think either you have good skin or you don't. And it's...
Well, no, but you can help your skin. Like it takes away sun damage and all that stuff. So at the end of the summer, I do it, and your face comes in like really clean and clear. It works. Some of it works. Some of it's bullshit. It's like trying to get rid of cellulite. That doesn't
right.
work.
Yeah, and nothing gets rid of cellulite.
No.
But unless you got to start when you're young, and you got to exercise and play
And
sports.
not eat a fucking cake when
That's
you get
right.
home at night.
I know. I've been starving myself to fit into my clothes lately, and I got to tell you, I mean, yesterday I went to an Italian restaurant and didn't order pasta, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm a guy. I should be able to order a big bowl of spaghetti.
But you're not. You're more like a woman.
I am. I'm so feminine.
You are.
Even my physique is
The
feminine.
way that you think about your body and talk about your body is very feminine.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get supermodel thin. Like I look at Mick Jagger and go, wow, he's got a great physique.
What a great body.
Yeah. You know what shocked me about you, that I was really kind of surprised when you were on, you were talking to Rosie O'Donnell. No, it wasn't Rosie O'Donnell. You were crying on TV.
Rosie.
On Rosie.
She made me cry.
But in the crying, you were talking about the death of your mother and stuff, which is understandable why you'd cry about that. But that you went to a psychic, and you seem way too intelligent to go to a psychic. Like, I would think you would sit there and just fucking goof on the psychic the entire time.
You would think so, but then, I think sometimes you meet people, like this is my feeling about psychics. If you really train hard every single day at, like, even wiping your ass, like, say that's your goal, and, like,
Right.
that's your standard in life, and that's what you want to get really good at, like, you're going to get really good at wiping your ass.
So you think if somebody, even though they're a fake...
Well, no, because I think if somebody has the Intuit and studies it for a long period of time, some of them are completely full of it. But I
Right.
think with like 50% of it is true, and 50% of, I mean, every psychic I've ever been to has said the same exact thing to me about overall, like about my career, like, oh, you're going to have this big job and you're going to be, well known. And it's like, well, okay, that's great, but this was before I ever was famous, and I went to I mean, yes, I totally get it. I think they're all. I mean, I don't.
They're all crooks. You know that. You intellectually know that.
I don't intellectually think they're all crooks. I think some of them are actually better than others at their job, and some of them can actually have some intuition. They don't know everything. They can't predict the future.
But honestly, the woman is representing that she's speaking to your dead mother. And that's absurd.
But I don't know what my dead mother's up to. I mean, maybe she is speaking to a psychic. That's more my mother's problem than the psychics, don't you think?
Do you
if that's
believe...
what my mother is doing and spending her free time up in wherever she is.
Do you believe in an afterlife? No.
No. I believe that people hang around. Like, I can feel people around me. But I don't believe, like, my mom's, like, you know, like, I joined a club or plays chess or something. Like,
see, you're such a bright woman, and I admire you, that this just doesn't fit into the MO. It doesn't fit you at all. Like, all of a sudden, you're spiritual and believe that there's psychics and your mom's somewhere, you know, hanging out on the Rainbow
What
Bridge.
happened? Did she start crying because of what this woman said?
No. My mom, I mean, she just told me this stuff about my mom. You know, I don't even remember what it was, but like something about my mom's always with me, and when I was, you know, some nonsense. But I think when you want to believe something and someone tells you it.
You want to believe.
But I couldn't believe that you went on America's Got Talent. I would think that you're way too intellectual to be on such a shambolic disaster of a show.
No, I love that show.
I know you do.
And I've watched it for years, and I love doing it.
But I watched the show only because you were on it, and I was like, I can't believe.
What? That's why I did it.
But it's beyond. I mean, they've got like Korean karaoke artists.
Well, I don't agree with that. I was
Do
actually.
you love Koreans?
No, I never said I love Koreans. Now, don't pin that on me. No, of course I do love. You know, I love all people. No, I really thought a lot of the people were incredibly talented. I mean, you see a lot of bullshit, but that's fun too.
But I mean, there are people in pyramids that are making pyramids out of their bodies.
I always wanted a job in broadcasting where I didn't have to do a fucking thing. And that's the job. It is the best job in television.
But don't you have to fly to L.A.?
That's the worst of it.
But you don't like that.
I hate it.
So do you fly privately or do you fly commercial?
They provide a private jet for me.
You can't fly commercial.
Fuck no. They made it so easy for me. I mean, it's
Are
easy.
you scared to fly?
I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm
you seem
petrified.
like you would be scared.
I sit there and squeeze my wife's hand. Thank God she's so masculine compared to my feminine ways.
You're really lucky that you found your wife, because she's like, what would you do without her?
Oh, she's an angel. You know, we're laying in bed last night, and we had gone. This is how much of a woman I am. We had gone for manicures, and I tell the girl,
She's like he's like her best girlfriend.
I go, don't just push back. Don't cut my cuticles. Well, this one cut my cuticle, and it's been hurting me. So I say to my wife this, I go, it's like the 5th time I said it. My cuticle hurts. She goes, stop it already. She goes, for God's sakes, I fell in the tub today. I haven't mentioned it once.
Oh.
She goes, you complained. Your cuticle does not hurt you that much. You'll get over it. You sound ridiculous. And she snaps me out of it.
Yeah, you need that, right?
Because I'm used to complaining to my mother and telling her every minute.
And did your mom react well?
Oh, she gets, listen, you did too much. I told you those manicures, they first of all, they don't wash the equipment, and it's awful.
I'm surprised that you had to go out to get a manicure. Why didn't you just have someone come to your house?
I don't want that. My favorite thing is to go to the nail salon and hear the yentas talking.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I kind of like going to. And then you could get a massage sometimes.
I don't want that. I just want my nails cut. I'm in and out in 5 minutes.
That'd be too much.
Yeah.
That would be too much.
It would be too much interaction.
I can't cut my nails.
It would be like a poltergeist.
Yes, and I like it too, because my nails, they don't, they're nice now. I like it. I used to have disgusting fingernails, and now they're nice. So get back to you and the psychics for a second, because it doesn't make any sense. It's like when your dog dies and people tell you the dog is on the rainbow
Okay,
bridge.
let me tell you a story then real quick. This will make you... Okay, so James Von Prague, who's another psychic or medium, whatever.
Fucking horseshit artist.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
He's on my show, okay?
Right.
He's on my show.
Right.
And he was sitting across from me. This is the first time I've ever met him. And he said to me, you know, we're talking about his whatever shtick. And he says to me in the middle, he goes, okay, your mother's standing right behind you. And I said, okay. And he goes, and she's going like this.
Pulling on her nose.
My nose. Like,
Right.
and my mom did that throughout my entire childhood. Would go like this. She would go, you have a 𝗪𝗄𝗃 nose. You're not a Jewish girl. You have a 𝗪𝗪𝗃 nose. Because I always had this little nose. And no one, my sisters wouldn't even have known that.
Come on.
Because it was like an intimate thing that my mom would do. Like in the morning, she'd go, wake up, Chelsea. She
You
would
must have mentioned that somewhere.
Never told anyone. Because when he said it to me, I immediately was like, oh my God, that no one, my father wouldn't even know that.
Can I tell you about psychics? Like my mother once went to one.
That's pretty specific, Howard.
No.
Now, are you going to...
I'm going to tell you what the problem is. I'd have to study the tape. Because, first of all, there are people who do research for him. He's going on a famous woman show. You find, who knows where you mentioned this? Somewhere you mentioned it. Or maybe not even that. There are certain tells. There are certain things you give off. My mother said to me, I'm going to a psychic. And I said, don't. She taped it. I said, don't say a word. She goes, I didn't say a word. You wouldn't believe what he told me. I played back the tape.
And all she did was
All she did was babble.
Yeah.
She told him everything.
That's the mistake you make. But there are good ones and bad ones. So you can't say
Houdini
overall.
proved
You can't say overall that they're all full of shit.
I'll
I don't
tell you
believe
why.
that.
Houdini, when he said to his wife before he died, I'm going to give you a word. If I die and there's a way to reach over, go to every clairvoyant. And if they know the word, you'll know I'm communicating with you.
Okay.
Not one of them got the word.
What was the word?
The word was Howard Stern, believe it or not.
That's really weird.
I don't know what the word was.
What a coincidence.
I forget. I read the book, but I don't know the word. Now.
Well, she could be lying.
Do you think you are destined? Yes, she could be. Do you think you are destined to be alone the rest of your life? Because you are very successful. I've been thinking about you a lot. You're an attractive woman, there's no doubt. You got a great bod. You're a good-looking woman. But there's something with you, whether it's your wit or whatever it is, men find threatening.
You could be right.
I know it.
You could be right. I've definitely pondered the possibility that there's just no man that could handle me, and that I function better when I'm not with a man. I have thought about that. When I function better when I'm out of a relationship, I'm much more focused at work and with my career. I'm able to be really productive.
Because you become obsessed with your relationship, and then you kind of are focused on that guy.
It becomes distracting. Yeah, I wouldn't say obsessed, but yeah, I can go in that direction. But I get very distracted. It's hard for me to focus. I'm a very good multitasker, but I mean, I think it's a matter of finding the right person.
Do you fall very hard? Do you fall in love?
Depends. Not usually. I just, I don't put up with a lot of shit from anyone. So the minute I sense any bullshit, I'm out. And
you call that person out on it?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to put up with any of this nonsense. Like, if someone lies to me, I don't have any tolerance for that.
If I could handle a relationship with you.
No,
I don't think
I'm not a great relationship person. I'll admit it. I'm not someone that's easy to be with. I demand a lot, but I deliver a lot. I think I bring a lot to the table. Like, I'm a really good person. Like, if you introduce me to your family, I'm not going to blow them off. I'm going to literally engage and really get involved and try and do the right thing. Like, I always do the right thing. I would never fuck someone over.
You're not going to embarrass someone and go to the right. And so what goes wrong? Now, the last guy you were dating, that 𝗪𝗪𝗿𝗱 guy, whatever his name is, I don't know what he is. What does he do? Who is he?
I don't know.
He's very wealthy, right?
Wealthy,
I don't know.
good-looking dude.
We never talked about our bank accounts, so I have no idea.
Well, they always write that he's wealthy.
Yeah, they do, but I don't know. I don't know. No, he's a friend. I mean, he's fine.
He's a good-looking guy. I got to give you that.
Yeah, he's very good-looking.
Is that the problem? Maybe you're going for too good-looking a guy.
You think I should go for uglier guys?
Ugly always. Listen, ugly guys will appreciate you, like me.
Baba Booey.
Well, Baba Booey's a little too ugly. I mean, you can't.
He's really.
No, I've heard many women say Baba.
No,
I'm
he's
joking.
not, I wouldn't say he's ugly, but he's not fuckable.
He's not.
Not for me.
He doesn't do it for you.
No, like I don't. First of all, I don't love beautiful people. Like I like a masculine guy.
Right.
So I don't love like male models.
Your
who are,
last
like,
boyfriend
perfect.
looked like a model.
No, but he's older, so it's like
Right.
more. It's not model-y. Like I don't like young, gay model-looking guys. That doesn't turn me on.
Am I fuckable to you? Be honest.
Yeah, totally. I would
Yeah.
totally have sex with you because you're all fucked up. So that's
Right.
like
That's attractive.
it's kind of attractive.
But purely on looks, I am not attractive. Gary's better looking than me.
But it's not that you're bad. I don't give a shit like that. I like that you have a fucked up nose. Your face is kind of fucked up, and you're like powerful. You've got like a good. I like
Thank
that. I am attracted to men who have made something of themselves from nothing.
That's more attractive to a woman than the physical thing. Like I've asked Beth about that. She worked with all these male models, and she goes, I never would even go out with them because they weren't that interesting to me.
How often do you and Beth have sex?
Like 2 or 3 times a week.
A week.
Yeah.
That's good.
If we're really busy, sometimes twice.
But that's great. As
That's
long
pretty
as
healthy.
it's more than once a week, and it's good. Actually, as long as it's once a week. Robin, how often do you have sex a week?
Well, I'm off the playing field right now.
Right.
Oh, okay.
She's not on the field. She's not on the field. But when she's in a relation, when you're in a relationship, you're good for 2 or 3 times a week, right?
Yeah, well, you're in a
Why else be
relationship.
in it?
What's the hell's the point?
Is that what happened to you in the last relationship?
What?
Did the sex die off?
No, never. That was never the issue. We just were not. It was just too hard. I was in L.A., New York. You can't fly back here every weekend. It's exhausting.
Is sex important to you?
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of? I mean, everyone wants to get.
So when's the last time you got laid? Because you don't have a boyfriend now, or did you have somebody you kind of hang with?
I had sex this weekend.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, just with some guy.
Some guy? You just found some guy?
Now, how do you do that? Because you're famous.
Yeah.
No, it's a guy I know.
How do you know this guy?
He's
I'm
an
curious.
ex, from a long time ago, and I was like, "Oh, I'll be in New York," and we just decided to
Hang out.
And
there's no emotion involved in that?
Not really.
Wow.
No.
You need it like a guy needs it.
Sometimes you just need to have. I mean, you have to take the edge off. We've been moving. We're ready to move. Like this move that we're doing for the show, moving to Universal.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
That's a big deal for E to actually take your show
To
and
spend that much money.
Well, they're moving it to the old Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
Do you feel jinxed at all that the Conan O'Brien studio could be jinxed?
I
in
know.
some way?
I love. Don't you love Conan?
I like Conan a lot.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. No, I mean,
Right.
it either.
Why are they moving your studio?
Well, they want to give me like a real studio. Like right now we have 75 people, so then now we're gonna have like 250 people in the audience. They're making Pharrell's doing the music, which is great. We have new graphics. It's just chicer and cooler.
Are you afraid that the bigger audience will somehow change the dynamic? Because maybe it's nice that you had a 75, little intimate kind of crowd.
It was nice, but it was a little too intimate, and it was a little too like high school. Like now it's like
show.
college. It's like a big show. I'm there with the big boys. They spent like $40 million on the studio. It looks amazing.
Does this revitalize you in a way?
Yeah, totally. I'm so over it. I'm just like, this is so stupid after a while. I mean, how many times can you talk about this bullshit with Lindsay Lohan? And,
Right.
I mean, I'll still talk about it, but I want like I want a beautiful, I have an office, I have a beautiful shower, I have like, it's like an adult building. I mean, what we did to the building that we were in was like what happens to a fraternity. We plundered that. I mean, there's like urine in places.
Feces.
I mean, we were stapling pictures to walls. I mean, everybody was just, it was so.
So now it feels grown up.
So, well, we haven't moved. We're in the transition. That's why I'm here this week and doing stuff. And then, so it feels like a grown-up
Will you
job.
shower at work? Will you use the shower at work?
I'm not a huge shower fan. I'll be honest
You're
with you.
a bath person, aren't you?
No, that's
you mean you
for
just don't
homosexuals.
bathe. What do you do?
I take showers because of the necessity, but the hair,
Do you go days without a shower?
I have.
And do you get so stinky? And do you like the smell?
No, I don't really. I haven't ever felt smelly until like the last couple of years. I'm 37 now, so I think it's starting to catch up. So I've definitely been like, oh, like I need to take a shower. Like
Me
this
too.
isn't gonna fly.
I used to go a day or two without a shower
Me
sometimes,
too.
and nothing would really smell. But now the balls in that area.
Well,
ooh.
I can't smell my balls, but
Right.
but like what I'll do is this is what I'll do to trick myself, because it's psychologically the shower to me, it's the hair, like the wet hair, because you don't feel clean unless you wash your hair. That's really.
But why do you?
But
why do you think you're not into showering them? Like girls are so.
But it's annoying.
It's just like you have no time.
I don't
for
want to
it.
shampoo and condition the soap and the shaving the legs.
You're such
it's
a
just
guy.
so annoying. I
Yeah.
mean, but I do shower now just out of respect for other people that are going to be around me.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll take a shower before I work out, so at least so I don't have to have that in my head. Like, okay, I'm working out. That's already annoying enough.
Have you ever gone to the gym and there's someone there who actually smells like they're on the treadmill and you can smell them because they're working out?
I never get close to people at the gym.
It wafts across the room because they don't shower before the gym.
Well, what I do is I shower before the gym and then I don't shower after I work out.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Because I feel like psychologically, my hair's clean and I'm clean and I don't really have like BO.
But do you ever put your finger like between your ass and your vagina and then smell it?
Well, no. Why would I mean, how bored would I have to be to get up to that?
You have the time for that?
Who has the time
But
to
you don't like
stick their finger in their taint?
I think you like your own body smells.
No, I'm not that into myself.
No?
No, I'm into like getting shit done.
You masturbate?
No, never.
Really?
Never. We just had this
that's
conversation at
crazy.
work. I'm like, I don't want to masturbate. I want to have sex with someone else, and then I want to have an orgasm. I don't want to.
But what if you don't have sex for like a month?
I don't masturbate. I mean, I don't. And there's two girls in the office that. Oh yeah, when I was like 8 or 9, I went off on myself.
Wow.
Like on the monkey bars.
You never get a vibrator and
No, I did. I did for a period of time, like when I was 21, 22. When I had a lot of time on my hands when I waited tables, I would just like sit in bed and just go off on myself. But now
So
it's
now you like everything
I don't
you
have
do.
time to masturbate. Like if I go home and I have an hour to kill, I take a Xanax and just go to sleep. I'm like, I might as well get the sleep I need. I don't want to like just like sit around and like diddle myself.
And I'm
that to me
fascinated.
sounds so depressing, because once you climax,
though?
what you're just like
get it done, and then you don't have to go with these random guys who you kind of go
Well, no,
with.
but I don't mind. I mean, I only go with people. I wouldn't like just sleep with like a homeless person. I mean,
But this
unless
guy
they
you
were
fucked this
really
weekend.
nice.
I mean, like, were you like in the back of your mind going, "Hey, maybe we'll get back together"?
No.
Or nothing.
No.
You call him up and say, "Hey, let's just hang out."
Yeah, I said I'm coming to the city. Are you seeing anyone? He's like, no. I go, perfect. Let's do this. And he's like, yeah.
And then he comes to your hotel?
We went away for the weekend.
Where'd you go?
Upstate.
Like apple picking and stuff?
Yeah, we went to go pick apples.
Oh my God!
Bananas, apples.
You
What
went
else can
upstate,
you
like to
pick?
like a little hotel, like a little bed and breakfast.
No, yeah, basically.
And how many times did you fuck this guy? Like 3 times?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe more?
It was just a night, so it was like 3 times.
3 times in one night?
Well, like a night and a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like a vampire. You
Yeah.
devour people.
No, it was great. It was perfect. It was just what I
I
needed.
bet you're a lot of fun.
I am.
How's your body look naked?
My body's in. Well, I had this
You look
surgery.
good in those stretch pants.
Thank you. They're jeans. Well, I guess they are stretch pants. And my body's pretty. It's good. It's like it's decent.
I find you an
You had
attractive woman.
something about surgery. What's the surgery?
I had ACL. I tore my ACL in Switzerland skiing, so my my one leg atrophied completely for like 3 months, and it was so gross. I couldn't even look at myself naked. So that was also part of the reason of not wanting to. Now that I'm back together and being able to exercise, I feel much better about my body.
And when you were with this guy upstate, like, do you bring like a trousseau? Do you bring like outfits to put on for him and stuff? Nothing like
I
that.
don't have time for that. I'm very, very basic and conservative. Like, I'm not into any weird shit, and I don't. Not that that's weird, but like 50 Shades of Grey, like that S&M. I'm like, I find that to be like that is
a
such
lot of work.
boredom to me.
Did you read 50 Shades of
I
Grey?
tried to,
and it was boring.
No, and that's when I decided to write my own book called 50 Shades of Chartreuse.
Right. That's the name of the new book coming
50
out.
Shades of Chartreuse. This time it's personal.
What is that? Like your 7th book you're gonna write?
Fifth.
They sell a lot, these books.
Yeah, well, you make a lot of money. I like to be productive. I like to make money.
Right, because
I'll be honest. I just like to. My parents were such losers that they were such losers that I was like, I can't ever behave this way. I'm like, do you guys even have a fucking savings account? Like, what's the game? I was 4 years old, and they wouldn't even take me to nursery school because they were just like tired and sleeping. I'm like,
were they hippies?
That would be too chic of a word for them. I mean,
right.
they weren't even cool enough to be hippies. I was like, you guys need to get up and take me to nursery school right now. My education is very important. And my dad was like, it's just too cold outside. Nursery school doesn't even matter. And I'm like, well, then I'm going to walk there. And he goes, well, good, go ahead. And I walked myself to nursery school to you know what? To get there and take a nap on a cot. I got there and like, it's nap time. I'm like, oh, this is such a fucking crock of shit.
Isn't it amazing?
Trying to get an education and you guys want me to take a nap on a cot.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that your parents were like, you could have gone the slacker route being raised by them, but you went the opposite.
But I was a disaster when I was in high school.
Because you were confused.
Well, yeah, I did acid all the time and come into the limelight. I was just like such a mess. And then I got my shit together because I was like, I'm not ever going to live a life like this. I don't ever want to worry about opening up a refrigerator in a hotel room and having any person tell me not to have a Coke because it's $4. Like, I don't ever want to live like that. I want to always be able to
contribute,
support myself.
Yourself. Did your father did he have a job at all?
He was like a used car salesman.
And like he was not even good at that.
Well, he was. I mean, is that something you can even be good at? I mean, how do you get good at being a used car salesman? You just have to get worse at it, I think.
Did you love them, or do you have a lot of anger toward them?
No,
you do.
No. Yeah, no, our family's really close. I mean,
Your father's still alive?
He's barely. I mean, we're waiting for him to die, but this doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
How old a guy is he?
He's 80. He had me when he was 42.
Oh.
He's really old, but he will not die.
Right.
And he's just like...
Do you want him to die at this point?
I think it's better for him to be dead because he's not having a good time.
Does he have Alzheimer's?
No, but he can barely walk. He's miserable. He's in an assisted living facility.
What does he do all day?
Just harasses women, sexually harasses women.
That goes on a lot in these old age homes.
No, they won't let a man. And then if he has a man with him, he just calls. He's like, "Get away from me, faggot."
Wow.
Because he's like just an old racist Jew. And so, like, he'll be like, "You're a faggot." So no one will help him. So, and we have to. I call. We're constantly like, we're so sorry about our father. Can we just, I mean. And I'm so over the top that I'll like end up buying someone a house because of an apology. I mean, it's just so ridiculous.
If it was legal, would you be for like euthanizing him?
I would want to be euthanized at that stage.
Right.
Wouldn't you?
Would you, if it was legal, would you have him killed right now? You would.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I understand. I mean, it's enough already.
Do you think after this interview more people are going to sympathize with me?
They're going to be really anxious about your new studio. Now, when you mentioned the new studio, you said, I'm so sick of this shit. I'm sick of interviewing Lindsay Lohan or talking about Lindsay Lohan or whatever. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And yet you seem to think a new studio will revitalize
It's not that I'm
you.
sick of it. I'm sick of, like, when you outgrow something, you're just like, it was like a high school show. And now it's like I'm with the big boys. I have a stage like Jay Leno has a stage. I have a stage for like people to perform. We've got a bunch of surprise guests coming on, and then we've got Jen Aniston, Fergie.
That's your best friend, Jennifer Aniston.
She's not my best friend.
She's a very close friend.
She's my friend.
But isn't it sort of...
Just because we're friends, everyone says we're best friends. First of all, I'm not 8, so I don't have a best friend.
Right, thank you.
And Jen has a lot of close friends, too.
But isn't it fatiguing to be friends with her? Like I don't mean her specifically. I mean, isn't it fatiguing to have a famous friend? Because, with your real friends, you can just kind of blow them off for a couple of days and everything's cool and they get it. But with Jennifer Aniston, she calls, you've got to,
Does she need maintenance?
You know what I mean?
No,
it's high maintenance.
Jen and I, we don't talk on the phone. Rarely we talk on the phone. We email a lot, and then when we're in the same city, we see each other. I mean, she's definitely a close friend of mine, yes.
And she got mad at you when you defend... Like I thought this was kind of interesting. Like, you attacked Angelina Jolie for being a homewrecker. But you didn't say anything bad about Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was really the guy who cheated on her, not Angelina Jolie.
Well, yeah, but I've been talking about Angelina Jolie way before I met Jen Aniston. I mean, Jen and I don't sit around talking about Angelina Jolie.
I get that.
We've never sat around and talked about her. So the fact that people thought, like, oh, I'm going to defend her 5 years after the fact is so stupid, too.
But do you really believe that about a woman? Is she the homewrecker?
Well, I think Angelina Jolie, I mean, is kind of, evil.
She's not a woman's woman.
She's not right. She doesn't have. If a girl doesn't have any girlfriends, then there's a reason that no woman wants to be friends with them.
That's right.
Don't you think?
Do you think she has no girlfriends? Do you think like no one can be friends? Like,
I don't
there's
think
not a
she
person
has any friends.
She doesn't have any friends.
I mean, I would go out. I would say that I'm pretty sure Brad Pitt's probably like, oh God.
I made a mistake. You think? Do you think he thinks
he can't do anything now with those kids?
He's miserable.
She'll just take them to like Istanbul or something.
You're right.
And I mean, what is he to do? He's just gotta stick it out now.
Well, maybe he could do what every other guy does, just leave and then hope for the best.
Because he seems like
he'll meet them when they're older.
He seems like he loves his kids. Like he's a really good dad. You could tell that he really loves them. So who knows what goes on there? I really don't have any idea. I've never even met Angelina Jolie.
Does your production company have 9 television shows or 9 shows in development?
Yeah.
So you're very successful.
Yeah.
You're developing 9 shows. Now, the sitcom that you did, the whatever it was.
Are You There, Chelsea?
Are You There, Chelsea? Ugh. Are you upset about that because it didn't become a big hit?
No, I didn't think it was going to be a hit. It wasn't. I was doing, because we do After Lately, which is another show on E that I do for Chelsea lately. It's like a behind-the-scenes show, which I love, which is hilarious and fun. Right. And where I was doing that, and I was doing Chelsea lately, and then we were doing this sitcom. First of all, I don't love sitcoms.
Right.
I mean,
they're hard to make.
It's hard to watch. It's very gay.
Yeah.
And then I tried to help, like I tried to put it in my best, like, give it an old college try. But the people that were running it, they were great and everything, but they just didn't capture my essence or what I'm about.
Even the title, you had to take away the edge. You wanted to call the show, I don't know, something with hello alcohol.
Something vodka, but we couldn't use vodka. And it was just so watered down and just so, and I was like, this.
But you know what I didn't get? Why didn't you play Chelsea?
Because how am I physically capable? I have to do a show every single day.
No, but I'm saying, so why have a show about Chelsea and you in it, but you're not Chelsea?
Because I could only had time to be in like 4 episodes. Like I physically could not be there all week.
But I'm saying they should have shifted the concept around and called her something else.
Like Tracy.
Tracy, and you be Chelsea.